Morning, everyone. Morning. Hope everyone's well on the TGIF Friday morning stream. Thank God it's Friday, that stands for, in case anyone don't know. Sorry about me hair. When I put these things on, it makes me look like I ain't brushed my hair, which I haven't, but I did go like that this morning. See what I mean? So there you go. Anyway, morning to everyone. Hope everyone's well on this Friday morning. The sun is out in Oldham. Say no more. Oh, it's a bit iffy where Sheriff is. It's a bit
Clouds.
iffy.
Clouds.
Clouds.
Yeah, but
No clouds here. No clouds here. I've got to say.
the sun is out, mate. It is currently on the bottom. I haven't been out yet. I've only just got up. 23.
There you go. Nice and warm down south then.
And about half an hour ago, a B1 comes straight over.
I'll tell you what, when it warmed yesterday, I couldn't believe how warm it was when I walked out the front door. You know what I mean? Like the warm air.
Put it this way, mate. On the way to work, it was, I'm trying to remember what it was, going down to 303. In my car, it said 36 and a half.
Yeah.
But I know cars are never very accurate.
Yeah, I got in my motor yesterday afternoon. It said 36 in there.
Yeah.
It's hot, isn't it? Put it that way.
It's
a bit on the warm side. Yeah.
But the thing is, over here, mate, when it gets hot like that, it's so bloody humid. It's unbearable. Because it gets real humid, doesn't it?
Yeah, we've had a lot of fires as well, haven't there? There's been a few fires floating about as well, haven't there?
Well, down my way there has.
All over the gaff. Yeah, I noticed that yesterday. There was one up here on the M6 yesterday or something, and a house caught fire, and they shut the M6.
Oh, was that?
All the smoke, yeah.
Well, it's not down this way. There's been a few up the 303 that you may know. There's been some down Pete's way, like the 31, the 35. I think what it is, mate, is people flicking smokes out the window.
Probably. Wouldn't surprise me.
Because you go anywhere now, the grass is just brown, isn't it?
Brown, yeah.
It looks like hay, doesn't it?
Yeah, I was watching the old MotoGP from Silverstone on at the weekend, and they were showing, from the helicopter or whatever it was, and you didn't see any green anywhere. Everything was brown.
Looks like a cricket pitch, doesn't it?
Yeah, it was mad, absolutely mad.
Yeah, Silverstone's north of London, isn't it?
Well, it's up by top of the M1, up there where you turn off for the M6. That way.
Is it? It's up near Birmingham and that, then,
well, it's sort of, not Birmingham, but Toaster way. Toaster.
It's getting on towards the Midlands, then.
Yeah, it's Toaster
Northampton, maybe?
Yeah, that's where it is, yeah, Silverstone, yeah. Northampton.
Bloody hell. Yeah. Because the one nearest to me, not that they have F1 there, is Thruxton.
Oh, yeah, they do the old super bikes there.
Yeah, that's about, I don't know, just over an hour from me, straight up the 303. Depends what the 303 is like.
Yeah, okay. You
try going past Stonehenge this time of the year, mate, just will not bother.
Well, there is that.
Every man and his dog are coming down here on the holiday.
Well, there you go. I'm waiting until the kids have gone back to school, Sheriff, and I will be down in the old Slink mobile. Yes.
Just don't make it when I'm in Spain, mate.
Well, that's it. Yeah, well, obvious. Yeah. Well, I might come down when you're in Spain. At least I can avoid you. Oh, sorry about that.
Well, whatever.
It is what it is. Sheriff, we've got some news. Apparently, Romero's gone. Apparently, Spencer's gone. And apparently...
that was confirmed.
Well, yeah, that was yesterday. But apparently, certain people are putting on the internet that we've signed Savinio, Sheriff. At long last, apparently. I don't know how true it is.
Which day is this that we first inquired about him?
It was
380?
About 400-ish days ago. Sheriff.
Yeah, because I'm sure we were after him last year.
Been long negotiations, down to the penny. Down to the penny, Sheriff. That's why it's took so
Oh,
long.
Jesus Christ, isn't it? To be honest, hearing that we've been after him for what? It's over a year, I know that. It
It's
makes
been a
me
while.
it makes me wonder whether Levy's still here. 'Cause that's the sort of thing he'd do.
Yeah. Yeah.
Negotiate down to the nearest 50p.
Yeah, my mate Pete's just come in and says, see, Savinio hasn't happened yet, Cookie. Surely a matter of time, though. We're seeing it. We're just seeing bits and pieces already flying about. Listen, you know me, Pete. Till they've got the shirt on their back or in their hand with the pen, and whoever's in charge up there standing next to him at a desk with him sitting on a chair, he ain't signed. It's as simple as that, mate.
And as I've
That's
said,
where
mate,
I am with it now.
I believe absolutely zero.
It
Absolutely
is what it
zero.
is.
Because,
We have to report the news, Sheriff. We
well,
have to report the news. Yeah,
but
yeah, of course.
whether you believe it or not, because let's face it, any old nutcase can put anything on the internet. But I'm not saying everyone's nutcases, but
Well, yeah.
but anybody can put there's ways and means of making it look good, and like
Yeah,
just
yeah,
typing it, do a little video. Oh,
yeah, yeah,
you're confirmed and all this rubbish.
yeah, yeah, yeah. It is
It's
what.
pointless.
Listen,
In
it
my
is what it is.
opinion,
We'll have who we have. We'll get who we'll get, and that'll be that, won't it? And then we'll kick off next Saturday, and away we go.
in my opinion, except for WhatsApp, I'll take WhatsApp out of it. Social media is the worst thing that was ever invented. We never grew up with it.
I haven't got it, mate. Apart from YouTube, that's it.
Yeah.
And WhatsApp, obviously. I've got WhatsApp,
and WhatsApp.
Obviously, but
but
I'm not in any social media at all, Facebook or anything. I'm not. I mean, don't get me wrong. I can still look and scroll through, and I've got me things on my phone when anything happens. Do you know what I mean? Excuse me. But till they've got the shirt in their hand, I'm not having
nonsense.
it, Sheriff.
Load of
I'm not
rubbish.
having it. I'm not having it, Sheriff.
No. I think what it is, mate, me and you are just too old and senile to even understand it.
Yeah, probably.
That's probably nearer the truth.
Speak for yourself.
Well, I know I'm definitely too old and senile.
Listen, there's nothing wrong with our memory loss, Sheriff.
No,
as they
natural,
say.
mate.
It's just natural. Yeah, it is. If anyone
natural.
says anything, just say you're getting old. That's how it is,
mate. It's a natural occurrence, mate.
It's how it is, yeah. Let's say a few hellos on
we better do, I suppose.
TGIF. We better. Oh, my days.
Yeah, have you seen the time this first one come in?
I'm looking now, hang on, 2:43 a.m. Either the Stoic hadn't gone to bed.
Or he's on night shift or something.
Or he's on nights or something. Who knows? Yeah. Who knows? Big up to the
I
Stoic.
was in bed by then, and I was on nights last night.
Well, there you go. Yeah, he says, good morning, guys. Hope you're both well.
Oh.
Surely. You click it then. You click it.
All right.
Go on.
Yeah. Well, you click the rest because you're quicker at it than me.
Right. Surely a bomber about a striker today.
Yeah,
You'd like to think so, Stoic. You'd like to think so.
I would not hold your breath,
let's see. It's the
You've been saying this every day for the last 3 weeks.
Let's see.
I certainly wouldn't risk holding your breath, mate. You might.
Well, yeah, there is that. Let's say hello to Kate. Morning, Kate. I'm already on the turn round here. I'll come back this way a bit as well. Yes. There we go.
Have you moved your arms? Because I know it takes. Oh no, they're there.
Yeah, I'm there. There we go, Kate. Friday morning squeeze.
Good morning.
Can't say no more, can you? There you go. Morning to you, Kate.
Morning.
Hope you're well. Joe's in. Morning, Joe. Hope you're well this morning, fella. Hope you're well this morning. Kate says she's heard Nottingham Forest are in for Bergville again. That'll be a touch, Kate, if he goes. But not heard anything about Morgan Gibbs-White to Spurs.
Well, if they're after Bergville, surely we got to ask the question, haven't we?
Got to ask the question, haven't you?
How
much are you paying for Morgan Gibbs-White to get him out with Bergville thrown in?
If you really want him, quite a bit, I would say.
80?
Yeah, 70, 80. It depends, because that Marinakis he's a hard negotiator, isn't he?
He's a bit of a tool, isn't he, to say the least?
Well, I wasn't going to say that, but
Well, look, listen. I think that's very reasonable if they're
yeah,
valuing Bergville, even if you say at 50 or 40. Yeah, 70 plus 40, 110. I think that's reasonable, isn't it?
yeah,
I know he's
yeah,
homegrown and all that. All right, mate, chuck it up to 80. 80 and Bergville,
yeah.
120, 130.
If we got more peas than birds eye, like it's allegedly,
Apparently we have.
yes.
Yeah.
If
Hmm.
we've got all this, then if you want the player, then you got a great way to get him. And
Yeah,
we
I
have
agree.
heard, mate, we've heard from several sources, money is no object.
Yeah, yeah. Tomato sauce told me the money was no object. Brown sauce told me things are a bit iffy. We've got to sell a few players to get a few more in. And mayonnaise, well, he didn't say anything because Nigel's ate it all. Say no more.
Well, I was just about to say about the mayonnaise. I'm surprised
Yeah,
there's any left.
you know what I mean? So, yeah. Jimmy
Sorry
says,
about that.
morning, Jim. Hope you're well this
We
morning.
got Jimmy.
From a warm and sunny northwest,
Mm.
like number 3. Smash that like button. 100 of you in here already after 12 minutes this
Oh,
morning.
bloody
It's
hell, mate, so there is.
unbelievable.
This is.
Unbelievable.
This
Big up to
is.
all of you for being
Bloody
in
hell,
here this
mate, there
morning.
is.
We will get on to the football in a minute, people.
Oh, yeah,
It's the chilled, relaxed
yes.
Friday stream with.
And you got to remember, I was on nights last night. But
He
I
was on
promised you-
nights. I haven't put the link in yet, but I will. But you know how it is. We've got to say hello first.
I would say you probably still have more sleep than me, even though I did night shift.
I was up at just gone 3.
Yeah, but
And I
no. What? No, I said that the wrong way round. I bet I still have more sleep than you.
probably, yeah. I
And
was
I
just
was on nights.
I was up at 3. I think I went to bed. I think it was just gone midnight.
Yeah, well, you
Just gone
you
midnight.
WhatsApp me about 11 o'clock,
Yeah,
20
yeah.
past 11 or so, saying
That-
you were thinking about heading on up.
yeah. You know, 3 hours ain't bad for me at the moment, mate. Honestly, but there you go.
No.
Jimmy's not happy. He's not happy, Jim. He says, I've accepted we are going into the Brentford game with no
Mhm.
new forwards. Really poor again from Enoch. They have to go as soon as possible. Jimmy's not happy this morning.
No, I don't blame you, mate.
There you go, Jim. I don't know
It's-
what to say, Jim. I don't know what to say. They just got to pull their finger out their backside, mate, and get on with
and
it.
it's like I said, right? There's 2 statements and a video that come out after the Everton game, right? And they said, all the spill in it, all this, we will not let this happen again. Whatever they said, I can't remember. But they were saying the right things.
Getting everyone on board.
Talking the talk is easy.
Just walking the walk.
I'm not saying they're not trying, because they probably are, or they better be. And have they done some good stuff so far? You got to say yes, they have.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
You know.
But it's time to kick on now, Sheriff.
Yeah, Fernandez and Tonali, and brilliant business. Smashing our wage structure twice in about 3 days, 2 days, whatever it was. Brilliant. But they've sort of ceased in operations now.
Well, yeah, they
Where's
have,
our
but
forwards?
yeah, they could have been looking, Mark. I'm sure they've been doing, stuff behind the scenes, but it's difficult as a fan when you're going. When you started the window so well, and then you're going 5-6 weeks without a signing. I think that's the frustrating thing. I mean, I sit here. I don't think they're not trying to do anything. Don't get me wrong. I do. I'm sure behind the scenes they're trying to get stuff done, right? But like I say, when you're a fan and you started off in the transfer window so well as such,
it was almost 6 bangs in a row, wasn't it?
Yeah,
bang,
yeah,
bang, 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 bang.
Yeah, and you're just expecting it to continue because you've got your forward line to deal with, and when it goes quiet, I think it's not a case so much of I don't think that they'll sign anyone. I just think it's frustrating that 6 weeks has gone past and no one has come in.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean? And
yeah,
that's the more
definitely.
frustrating bit for me
Yeah,
for it
definitely,
anyway.
mate. Definitely.
Um, Big up to Rodders. Hope you're well
Big
this
up,
morning,
brother.
Rodders. Thanks for joining us this morning. Scotty Calvert, big
Big
up
up.
to you, mate. Hope you're well. Pete's in. Morning, Pete. Hope you're well this morning, Pete.
I was
Big up
actually
to
bothered to
you.
watch this show then.
You what?
I'm just saying. I'm just saying he actually bothered to watch this show.
Well, yeah, he's been a bit busy this week, Pete. He's all right, Pete. Big up to you, Pete. I know he's had a
Big
lot
up,
on this
Pete.
week, so
Probably from if it's like here, a sunny but cloudy Bournemouth.
could be. Is it meant to be as warm today as it was yesterday?
Is it meant to be what?
As warm today as it was
Um,
yesterday?
I will consult the phone, mate.
Well, I just wondered. I just wondered because the warm air up here yesterday, it almost felt like I was back in Portugal again, Sheriff. Do you know what I mean?
Not quite. No,
No, not having
no.
that. No, all right,
The
fair enough.
maximum down here is 27.
Right, 81 degrees.
It's still quite warm.
That's warm enough. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a nice,
you can't complain, but
it's
it's
a
not
nice
like
summer's day.
yeah,
27.
yeah,
Yeah.
but it's not like 30 odd.
Yeah, roasting. Yeah,
Yeah,
sweating your gingangs off. Yeah, I know what you mean.
I ain't got any
Um,
game games.
all right, then say no more. Logan, morning to you, mate. Big up to you as always. Hope you're well
That
this
big up,
morning,
mate.
Logan. Big up to Anthony. Hope you're well this morning, Anthony. Big up to you.
Yes, I am
And
here.
yes, look, this was me. This was me. Morning all. Smash that like and sub button, please. On the way to 1,500. I think we're 74 away. So
Yes,
there
it
you
is,
go.
mate. It is
There you go.
74 when I looked.
So keep hitting that sub button, people. Aussie Angie's in. Morning to you, mate, or evening to you, should I say. Big up your excellency or excellencies if the sheriff is there. Smash and subscribe to the Two Marks channel. Absolutely.
Big up,
Big up
Aussie
to you,
Ange.
Aussie Ange. Hope you're well.
Yes.
Lee's in. Morning, Lee. Hope
Big
you're well
up,
this
Lee.
morning. Get over to Lee. Smash him a
Yeah.
sub over there as
And say
well.
hello to your dad as well.
Absolutely. And Andrew's in. Happy Friday, guys. He says, have a cracker jack show. It's
Now,
5 to 5.
yes, I remember Cracker Jack, and if anyone's going to have cabbages, it's that man, because they've probably grown on his allotment.
Yeah, they have, and they've been eaten. Don't you worry about that.
They've been eating.
Shared them around the family. Yeah, they've all took some, and Bob's your uncle gone, mate.
Oh, so
Gone.
you ain't got any cabbages to give away?
No,
Like Cracker Jack used to?
cabbages are gone, mate, this year. They're gone. Spring
Yeah.
onions, they've gone.
Well, you showed us a spring onion, mate.
Yeah, they've
That
gone,
made
mate.
a live appearance, one of them.
They've gone. I've got the old, if you go and check out the video, the sweet corn is about 7 foot tall. And there's
I have
splayed
watched the
open
latest video.
and all that. Bit of beetroot. We've had a bit of beetroot. Took some of that over the pub yesterday, and that was grabbed a bit sharpish. So
What, sold it or?
No, just give it away.
Just give it away.
Yeah, we just give it away to people that might not have a lot of money, if you like. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
big up to you for that, mate.
bit of veg and all that. It's not a lot, but you know, it is what it is. And we've still got the tomatoes to come, normals and Bella Medinas as well. They're looking nice. And sweet corn and a bit of beetroot. And pumpkin.
There's one of them, mate, that's enormous.
Just wait a minute.
Oh, hang on.
Just wait. Lisa cut it off yesterday. Hold on.
Oh, hang on. We're going to get some proof of the produce from the... No, this isn't a gardening show. I'm just saying. We will get onto the football, but Mark has just gone to collect. Here we go, look.
The first pumpkin.
My big Jesus.
From a little seed. There you go. And there's another one like that that's not quite ready yet. That's still up there. And there's another lot that Lisa put in that should be sort of getting like this towards November time. So,
well, yeah, you want them ready. You want them ready for Halloween, mate.
Put this back out here.
Well, you can't hear me. He ain't got his headphones on. I don't even know why I spoke to him. He's not got his headphones on. But right, let's see who else is in here. Oh, Wembers is in. Wembers is here. Morning, boys, and all in the chat.
Sorry about that. I just thought I had to
that's
show
right,
my
man.
pumpkin off there, mate.
Well, yeah, but will it be mouldy by
They're early ones, apparently, Mark. There's different seeds. Some come out early, and I didn't know that. And some Lisa planted in, I think it was about 3 weeks ago. And they're round, you know where the sweet corn are on the video? They're sort of against the fence down the back there.
Yeah, I've seen some on your videos.
Yeah, we've put the stuff up to stop them sprouting out the other side of the fence, and one still managed to get the other side of the fence, about that big at the moment, like that, out of the new lot. Yeah, that'd be it. Just be interesting to see what grows and what don't.
At least you can give it away, give them away to the older grandkids, scoop the insides out and give them the skin, and be all right for Halloween, wouldn't it?
That's it, mate. Yeah, it's all good stuff anyway. It's all a bit of fun. It's all a bit of fun. Big up, Wemb. Have you done Wembers, by the way?
I was doing it, mate, and you chucked your headphones back on.
Oh, sorry. Go on, mate. You carry on with Wembers.
Apologies needed. Ina commented, but like to act skint. In that way, the Levy legend lives on. Well, we've mentioned this at the start of the show about Savinio.
And don't forget as well, the money might come out, and it is going to come out with Savinio. Yeah, I don't think it's 85 million at all. It'd be somewhere between 60 and 70 million. Why they've been holding on for as long as they have and holding it up, I've got no idea, because they don't need another winger like we need another winner now. If we let him go, they've got Semenyo. They've got, what's the other geezer's name? I can't even think of his name now. They've got at least 3 wingers there that cover what he does anyway. So it is what it is. Flicks is saying he's hearing Savinio to Tottenham is actually happening now, and a deal worth 65 million has been accepted. Thoughts on this, Spurs fans?
About bloody time. That's the only thing I've got to say. We've been after it for over a year.
Yeah.
That's all I've got to say, isn't it?
It's mad, isn't it?
300 and whatever.
Lee's in. Morning, Lee. He says, may the force be with you. Absolutely, Lee.
And you, sir. And no doubt next year, May the 4th, the show will be dedicated to you again.
More than likely, people. More than likely.
I would have thought so. I've still got the thumbnail for it somewhere.
There you go. We'll get the link in the chat in a bit. We just want to try and buzz through a few of these and say hello. Lee says Victor Osherman, he's going to Woolwich. That will top off a shit week, he says. Kidney stones and Woolwich buying Osherman.
Wow.
We'll see. If we want him, we'll be in a fight with him, won't it, Lee?
Yeah.
And we'll see. We'll see
who's got the bigger fortitude, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
What I've heard about kidney stones, mate, is you just got to drink a lot of water.
Yeah. Well, he's off to the testing centre this morning. Lee says, I'm off to have kidney scans. I'll be listening in the testing centre on my headphones. Effing kidney stones. How about that?
Now, when I had gallstones, I had, what's that thing where they give pregnant women the jelly? And
the old scan, isn't it? It's like a scan, the old
I can't remember. Whatever it is, but I had one of them. I thought, Jesus. But that's when they discovered I had gallstones, because they could see it. But you know me, mate, they just held me up the light.
Yeah, X-ray on you. It wouldn't take a lot, to be honest. But there you go. Lee's getting a lot of love in the chat. Yes. By the way, big up to everyone. And Aussie Ange, there you go. Big up to all the people in the building.
Yes,
absolutely, Aussie Ange.
Getting on for 120 of you now.
Yes, it's going that way. People keep flooding in, people, and hit that like button. Yeah, absolutely. Steve says, good morning, guys, and everyone in the chat. Hope all is well. Yeah, Steve, we're all good. We're all good,
He's
mate.
Already, now, I guarantee you, he's ready to click on that link button.
Oh, I've got Steve at 4 to 6 favourite this morning, mate. 4 to 6, Steve, this morning, first one in. Yeah.
Yeah.
60 will win you a 40, and you're 60 back, obviously.
Yeah.
There you go. Big up, Lucky Singh. Hope you're well, mate. Big up to you.
Big up.
Golden Sun is in. Big up,
Big
Golden. Hope you're well this morning, mate. Big up to you. My old mate Danny's in. Big up, Danny. Morning to you, mate. Hope you're well. And
the mayonnaise eater. The mayonnaise eater.
I'm trying to bump him up here. Like, the legend that is Pure Coys, who's put Hellman's out of production this morning due to his mayonnaise eating habits. Big up to you, Nige. Morning to you. Nige had a show planned to go this morning.
Yes,
and
so I've read.
Then last night had a late job come in, and then woke up this morning, and God forbid the job was cancelled.
I'd charge him anyway.
Say no more. Yeah, I'd charge him, mate. Say, look, hang on a minute. I'm losing £1.40 off of YouTube here. What are we doing?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No.
But yeah, sorry to hear about that, Nige. But I hope you're well this morning, mate.
I'm sure you made up with it with a bottle of mayonnaise.
Yeah, I'm sure.
You had a couple of bits of toast and a bottle of mayonnaise.
Just read Tonali. He's not on 300 grand a week. He's on 200 grand. Getting rid of Romero, Spence, and Vicario will free up 310k a week in wages. I thought he was on 250, Danny, and then if we got Champions League, he goes up to 275. That's what I thought, but I could be wrong, mate. I could be wrong.
So it's only what you want to believe on the internet, isn't it?
Yeah. Whatever goes round, isn't it? Drewla's in. Morning, Drewla. And the answer to your question is, Drewla, not yet. Not yet, Drewla, but there's rumours. I'm only going to say rumours, Drewla. There's rumours that Savinio could get done very shortly. That's what we're hearing for 65 mil.
As I said, there was a bomber. It flew over my house. It virtually came right over us.
Yeah,
I could hear it and I saw it because I looked out the front window, mate, and you could see it. Jesus, did they make some noise?
Big up, Tony. Morning to you, mate. Mr. Rod, I hope you're well, mate. Big up to you. Jezza's in. Big up, Jezza.
Big up,
morning Jezza. To you, mate. I hope you're well. And here he is, the banjo that's on a bird. The bird on a banjo. Morning to you, sir. I hope you're well as well. Jamie's in. Big up, Jamie. I hope you're well this morning, Jamie.
This Jamie's comment just proves I tell no lies.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Just a bit. There's a little
bit.
Big up
to you in Cheddar over that way.
Cheddar.
Yeah. It's about 45 minutes from me.
Every time I look at Jamie's name, I feel a bit cheesy.
Yeah.
You get it?
In fact, mate, I believe that is the Somerset Dragon he's got on his
there you go.
YouTube picture. I believe it is. It looks like it.
Could be. Nige says it's smoky where he is. Westbury Whitehorse has been on fire. I don't know what that is.
Well, no. You know them chalk carvings on the hills?
Oh, yeah.
There's one at Westbury, mate. What?
Oh,
hang on. His cup of tea's turned up. It's either a cup of tea or a can of Red Bull and maybe a chocolate bar, I reckon.
No, just tea this morning. Super Lisa's just woke up. So there you go. She's making her morning brew and she's made me one as well.
You get treated like an absolute king, mate.
Well, I do the same for her, you know. I make her coffee.
I'm not saying you don't. But when I went up Nigel's way, when I was in his town working, the way you come in, you can see it. Because Westbury to where Nigel lives is only I think it's about 10 minutes on the train, 5 minutes.
Oh, right, okay.
It's literally a few. I'm not sure exactly how many miles. I would guess 7 or 8.
Yeah.
It's literally round the corner.
I ain't got Scooby-Doo, mate. I can't even picture Trowbridge, to be honest with you, and that
Yeah.
way down there. I think I probably drove through there, but
I doubt it, mate. It's a
I,
bit
I,
like my town.
I know where it is, sort of thing, if you know what I
Mm.
mean. I could like pinpoint it on a map, but thinking it, like when you're thinking about it, oh, it's got that pub, or I can't remember.
To be honest,
But
mate, it's a bit smaller than where I live in my town, but it sort of reminds me a lot of my town. Not a lot goes on, and there's a road that goes straight through it, and that's what most people do.
yeah, yeah,
You
fair
know,
play,
it's one of them
mate.
places you go through and you don't really take much notice,
Yeah,
which is
yeah,
certainly like my town.
yeah. Mr. Barton is in this
Here he
morning. I
is.
hope you're well, Joe. He says people obsessing over fees again. If City want 85 million and we want the player, then pay it.
Yes.
We've been screaming for 20 plus years for Enoch to pay money for players and not haggle, and now fans still moan.
1,000,000%, Mr. Joey Barton. 1,000,000%. What was we always saying about Enoch, Daniel Levy is much of the same thing to me. We were always saying when we went in for a player, the negotiations took like a month,
Mm,
6 weeks, most
mm,
of the window, and we'd finally get him
mm,
on the last day. Same as players going out, mind. Remember Berbatov when he left?
mm.
And when he did leave, we had nobody. We didn't have a single striker when we sold Berbatov. Levy wanted 33.8 or something, or 34 point something. He held out for every last penny. Got it in the end with about 10 minutes of the window to go. And we had no strikers. We got sent some kid,
Fraser
you know,
Campbell, wasn't
Fraser
it?
Campbell. I knew you'd help me out by remembering who it was. Some kid from Man United.
Yeah,
He
Fraser
was a youth
Campbell.
player, wasn't he? And of course, being like 17, 18, whatever he was about as useful as a chocolate fire guard. So basically, I believe that was the winter window, January window.
Oh, yeah, you're testing me too far now, Mark. I
I
remember
believe
the
it
name,
was.
but
I believe
yeah,
it was. If my memory's not that fuddled. And for the rest of that season, we had nobody.
yeah,
Nobody to stick the ball in the net.
yeah. It's like he's saying it's too hot in Europe. Mid-30s yesterday. It was 37 in London yesterday. Lucky 38, sorry. Broke the record yesterday by
Did
point
it?
0.1 of a degree. Yeah, yeah,
Did
yeah.
it?
I think it was either 37.1 or 38.1. Yeah, in where was it? Kew Gardens.
Oh, yeah. Does that include being in their greenhouse that they got there?
Well,
Lord
didn't we
knows
say
what
it?
your greenhouse was, mate. It must have been about 50
Ah,
degrees.
it was off the Richter scale, mate. The needle wouldn't go any higher. Put it that way.
Yeah.
It was 100 and whatever, or 40, 50, whatever.
Yeah.
It was mad in that greenhouse yesterday, mate. Honestly, absolutely mad.
I bet you never went in there a lot.
You know, like when you walk in somewhere and it's that hot, and you can just immediately feel the sweat coming
Yeah.
out of you within a second. That's how hot it was in there. Just went round, watered everything, mate. A bit sharpish, to be honest with you. Left the door open, give everything a right good soaking. Filled up the little globes because we've got little globes that we stick in as well. So
Is
if it
that
does go
the
a bit
ones that
dry,
release it slowly?
yeah, and it will
Yeah.
drip into the soil. Yeah, yeah. So yeah,
So
there you
how
go.
is the water butt? I know we're going back to the allotment. How are the water butts looking? Empty?
No, the water butt by the shed is full. Don't tell anyone.
Oh,
I stuck the hose pipe in it. Got to
have you
water
got a
my
van up
plants,
there?
bruv. I got to
Hey,
water my plants.
of course
I,
you have.
I, I'm quite happy to let the butts fill up with water, but if there's no rain and there's a tap there, I'm going to put me hose pipe on it. I'm sorry, but
Well,
I
what are you
am.
going to do?
It's not like it's every day. You know what I
No.
mean? So I just filled the water butt up by the shed, because that was the nearest one to the where you connect the water up.
Yeah.
And I just filled that one up, mate. There's the other two have got about that much in them at the bottom. So,
Well, my attitude, mate, is shove them anyway because water's that expensive these days. What you got to pay?
that's it, innit? That's
And
it.
if they went out, and
I
if
don't
they
take
went
the
out and
piss out of it. Go
and
on.
if they went
Sorry.
out and fixed all the bloody leaks, there'd be no water shortages.
Well, there you go. There you go. I didn't want to say anything. Morning,
Well,
Jane. Morning, Jane. Hope
you
you're
up,
well
Jane?
this morning. Hope you're well.
Well, you're all right.
Um,
You'll be all right in all this heat. You got your no, is it? I might have got it wrong.
who?
Is it the one?
Is what the one?
Is it the one with the aircon? Or have I been confused again?
Oh, Jane. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I'm lost. I thought you were talking about me. I'm thinking aircon. I ain't got no aircon.
No, it is the one with the.
Jane has got the aircon.
Yes, Jane's
Yeah,
got the
yeah,
aircon.
yeah,
I was going to say,
Jane.
well, you're all right, Jane. You just flipped
Listen,
the aircon on.
I got no doubt Jane had the aircon on yesterday.
We are waiting.
No doubt.
We are waiting for a report. The aircon is broken, and then we
I'm
can then we can all celebrate.
I'm waiting for an invitation, mate.
Well,
I'm
and me as well,
waiting
mate.
for it to break. I'm waiting for the weather to be a really hot day. And Jane says, you know what, lads? Come down and stand in the cool in here. Nice pint of lager. Happy days. You know what I mean? But,
Well, there
not
is
yet.
that. So maybe I shouldn't pray for it to break down
Well,
because I'm definitely not on the invite list.
at 9:41 this morning, Kate said it was 23 degrees in Sheffield. There you go. And
Well, it was 24 now.
and we've
For a
got
steep
breaking
one.
news. We've got breaking news.
Oh, is that?
Romano has just tweeted, Viv Lewis has been using a cold sponge on the sheriff all night. Just thought
I
I'd bring,
thought you were being serious.
no, it said
I
Romano.
because
So
I never saw this. I thought you were being serious with this. We have breaking news.
during Vietnam, we had Hanoi Jane. Now we have Aircon Jane. There we go.
Yes, that's right. Yes, I remember the stories of Hanoi Jane. We won't say what profession she was in.
Hang on a minute. Is Hoodie going on holiday, yeah, or what? Sitting in the car with AC at 7 a.m. Mind you, I had mine on full belt yesterday, Dan, and it weren't cooling it down in there. Can't stand the heat here. Take back to Ibiza. Much better. So does that mean Dan's going on holiday, maybe?
It might do, but it also might not.
Oh, thanks for me chocolate bar, sweetheart.
I can't remember. That. I'm sorry. I can't remember the last time I didn't have my aircon on. Cold.
Yeah, well, I've just had mine recharged, to be honest with you. But I got in there yesterday in a car, put the aircon on. It was so hot in there, I couldn't sit in there. So I just shut the door, let the aircon do its biz for about
It don't
10
take
minutes.
long, does it?
No, I just let it get cold in there. And it did get cold in there eventually. It was nice. Do you know what I mean? But it was that
Has your
hot.
Jag got leather seats?
Yeah.
I bet they were a bit.
Yeah. That's why I don't
Yeah.
get in it straight away. I made that
Yeah.
mistake once earlier in the summer and
Yeah.
learned the hard way.
Leather seats are. They're all right, but I hate it when it's like roasting like it has been.
When it's not,
They
yeah.
get a bit. Yeah.
It is what it is, mate. It is what it is. The Stoic says it's 18 degrees in Galway with a 35% chance of showers later. Very welcome, he says. Very welcome indeed. So perhaps we've got a bit of rain coming across.
Can you send some rain to all of us? Because we
Yeah.
could do with a bit. Well, only at night.
I'm going out there to get a fan in a minute because I've got my window open in here and I am sweating my gingangs off, mate. Absolutely. Oh,
Yeah.
my God.
If you could arrange the rain to turn up at night,
yeah, that'd
I mean,
be
it
happy.
don't matter, does it?
Yeah, that's true. Sniper's Dream says, I was reading my Tottenham history book.
I've got
Here
one
are some
upstairs.
extracts. 1882 club formed. 1883 Tottenham really close to signing Savinio. It's been going on that long.
They were discussing it under the lamppost where
Here
the
we
club
go.
was formed.
Here we go. Danny's come in with a bit of info. He says it was a year ago last week when Romano broke the news of Spurs' interest
There
in
we are.
Savinio.
So we are on day
372.
370 something. Yeah.
Joey says we are very lucky. RDZ wanted the same players we were after, even before he joined.
Yeah. It's good that, isn't it?
Yeah, it just worked out how it is, mate. It works out how it is.
Now, do you think, Joey, that is a convenience or he's being told what he can have? I know which one I'm believing.
There you go. There you go. Morning, Eddie. Oh, look, Eddie's having it large in Dubai. 43 degrees in Dubai. Oh, I'd love to be there, Ed. Love the hot weather, mate.
Well, yeah.
Love the hot weather. When it's not too clammy, heat, not humid, if you know what I mean.
Allegedly, it's a very clean heat in Dubai. I've never been, obviously.
Yeah.
It's a very clean heat in Dubai.
Mm.
It's not like we get over here like 90% humidity and all that rubbish.
Yeah. I'm always a bit wary about going to places like Dubai. You walk down the beach holding your missus' hand and they put you in jail. You know what I mean? You got to be a bit careful,
But that's where you got to do the research before you go, isn't it?
Well, yeah. I did my research and I ain't going, mate, because I like to hold my missus' hand. So there you go.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Yeah, you got to sort of check these things. I mean, let's face it. If you go and visit another country, you abide by the rules in that country.
Oh, yeah. Tell everyone that's breaking into here that, mate. Thank you. That's the end of that conversation.
I wasn't going to make assertions, but and I wasn't even going to take it down that route. But
well, yeah,
but if I went to a foreign country like Dubai and they got certain rules, this, do that, no drinking in public and all that, then you don't do it there. If you want a beer, you go to a bar.
That's it, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's very true, mate. You're true. It's right, mate. It's right. Big up, Gareth. Hope you're well. We're here in 65, but I ain't bothered, mate. To be quite honest, whatever it is, it is.
Ain't our money, is it?
Yeah. And that's true as well, Steve. Porro got a hero's reception.
I'll watch this.
On his return yesterday. Yeah. Go on, Mark.
Tottenham put out a clip of it on YouTube. It was about a 2 or 3 minute video. I found it on YouTube and watched it.
Nice. And also, Steve brings up, and I was just going to say this, Steve, I didn't see this comment, but Spurs legends joined by De Zerbi and the squad for lunch yesterday. Yeah, absolutely. And it was a touch of class, mate. It's what it's all about. Trying to create a family down there, if you like.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It is what it is.
That means Mabs would have been there then.
Pete's in. He said he's dedicated his new picture to the happy couple.
I can see who that is. There's got to be serious words out here, isn't it? This is you, World Under. You started all this. You started it. But put it this way, World Under. If you were in any of the WhatsApp groups that I'm in, you'd see how Enoch I was. You'd see what I write about him in there. But you started all this. Yes, it did make me laugh, but everyone's jumping on the bandwagon now. And I believe, and you encourage it as well.
I don't know what you're talking about, mate. I'll do everything I can to knock it on the head, mate. I'll do everything I can to knock it on the head. Excuse me.
He's just flown by outside.
There you go. Harry's in this morning. Big up, Harry. Hope you're well this morning, mate. Big up to you. Suit Measured is in this morning. Big up to Suit Measured. Do the Spence and Romero sales equal to 65 million euros?
Ooh, Spence
it's about right, isn't it? It was 30 to 35 for Romero and 26, about 30.
You're in the same ballpark,
euros for Spence. Yeah.
You might have to chuck 5 or 6, 10 maybe.
Yeah, whatever it is. Yeah, I'm sure they can, get the dough in, suit measured. You know how it
Yeah.
is, mate. F Sank's in. Morning, F Sank. Morning to you, mate.
Big up
Hope
to
you're
you,
good this
mate.
morning. Big up to
Big up.
Gareth. Hope you're well. Joey says Morgan Gibbs White doesn't leave Forest this window. Please don't do it to yourself.
Fair enough.
Listen, mate, Joe, if he don't come, he don't come, does he? He's probably not going to come, mate, to be perfectly honest with you.
No.
But all we're saying is we have got the dough to do these deals if they want to do them.
Allegedly.
Obviously, if the player don't want to come, that's a different story. Or if the chairman don't want to let him go, that's a different story. But we have got more peas than bird's eye, Joey, apparently. Just saying, nicking shares.
Yeah. Yeah,
Little
well,
ditty there.
we've been told money's no object.
Yeah.
We've been
Yeah.
told this.
F. Sank says Morgan Gibbs White won't solve our goal scoring problems up front, though.
He
No,
does get a
it'd
few.
help. It'd help, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
10, 12, 15, and the assists,
Yeah,
whatever
he
it
does
is.
get a few, and he provides a few assists as well, doesn't he?
Well, yeah,
Is
yeah,
that
he
right?
does. Yeah. Can I just ask everyone, there's nearly 150 of you in here now this morning.
Bloody hell.
Please hit the like button. Please, please, please hit the like button. We're growing. We've gone from 50 watching to 100 watching to 150 watching, and we're growing and growing and growing.
Yeah.
So please make sure, me and Mark we don't really do socials. If you can share the stream, hype afterwards, hit the like button, comment, all that stuff, what everyone on every other channel says. If you can do that, that would really help us out. But the two main things are sub and like. They're the two main things.
Because what you just said, mate, I remember. You remember when we used to do shows, and we used to say, bloody hell. And when they used to finish, when we was in the back room, we used to say, bloody hell, mate, there was like 52 watching us today.
Yeah, I know.
You remember that?
I know, yeah.
And then I remember we had a massive jump because we did one show, and I think Sava and Stell come on, and I couldn't believe the numbers. The numbers was like there was 250 or so watching us at one stage.
It's brilliant. It's brilliant. Listen, I just want to make clear, it don't matter to me whether there's one person watching or whether there's 1,000 people watching. It's just a bit of a pick-me-up when you do see a few people watching. Do you know what I mean?
To be honest, with me and you as well, because we talk about this, it's like a little big up to ourselves, isn't it? If we can get it's like now, there's over 150. To me, that is astonishing. Honestly, I can't believe it. That it's going down now. No, but there's over 150 people that want to watch two senile old farts talk about football.
It's all up here, mate.
Or one senile old fart, and one senile old fart, and one very switched on, intelligent man.
Well, we do try. Spurs side chats in. He says City will not sell Savinho now due to the time left in the window. They don't want to sell. Well, I will go on. Mark, go on.
Well, where the hell's this come from? That I've read several reports this morning. It's going to be announced this weekend. So what is it? This is why. Big yourself up, Spurs side chat. This is why I believe nothing. Social media is the worst thing that ever got invented.
Till the shirt's up.
Yeah,
like that.
Until the shirt's up, the release video comes out.
Yeah. Kate, you're more than welcome, as always. Morning to you.
Oh, yeah.
Well, here we go, Danny. Danny's in. Newcastle and Forest preparing. £60 million bids for Lucas Bergvall. Got to accept that. Plus a sell-on clause inserted. Too good to turn down. Listen, let me just say, if anyone is offering 50 million and above for Bergvall, get him gone.
Bye.
Get him gone. It's simple. It's called making money.
Yeah.
Yeah? It's called making money to invest in better players.
Yeah, and it's good business.
Absolutely, it's
and
good
to
business.
be honest, the only sort of little question I got with that statement is, Where the hell are Newcastle getting 60 million from?
Well, it just
So I
sold
believe,
Tonali to us for nearly 100 million.
well,
Bruno Guimaraes has just gone to Arsenal for nearly 100 million. So
well,
there's 200 million.
all right, I'll shut up and just go back in my box.
And others as well, by the way. There's others gone. Anthony Gordon to Barcelona for 80 odd million or whatever it was. So there's 240 million odd.
Will I
left
retract all them statements? So maybe they have got the odd penny or two knocking about.
Well, yeah, they've had to sell so they can buy, mate, basically.
But to
They're
be
in that.
honest, have you heard? Now, Sky Sports did something on Newcastle the other day that I don't believe a word that's on their mind, but I do watch it. And they were saying that Newcastle have chosen to go down selling their best assets and buying younger players because they're up against it with the whatever it's called, PSR,
FFP, whatever.
FP,
Yeah, yeah,
PSR, could be called anything, I don't know.
yeah.
But they're up against it, aren't they?
Well, so they're going down the Spurs road, are they, of buying youth as such, or younger
Well,
players?
according to this report, they haven't got much choice in the matter because their actual income isn't that great.
Yeah.
Oh, you sneak the bloody link in the chat as well, aren't you?
Yeah, always, mate. Always, always.
But
Got to
we
get
all
the top boys.
64, but we all 4 to 6
sorry.
is.
I'm
Hang
sorry,
on
I
a minute.
had to make you lose your bet, all right?
Your 4 to 6 has gone a bit Pete Tong, mate.
It has, yeah, but luckily I didn't lay any, so I'm all right.
Yeah.
I'm all right, mate. I'm all right. It's a clean slate. It's a clean slate. Yeah, if anyone was on Anthony, yeah, he was 11 to 10 second favourite, by the way. So
My thing, as soon as my finger was hovering around the chat, as soon as the link
for
went,
the
I was
last
like,
20 minutes.
Well, we are. Hang on, we're 52 minutes in, mate, and we ain't even done the hellos.
Well, we're getting there. We're getting there, mate. I'm doing my best. Jimmy
Oh,
Rimmer has passed away. Remember Jimmy Rimmer, Mark?
yes.
Goalkeeper, Aston Villa goalkeeper,
Yes.
Arsenal goalkeeper, I
I
believe.
know the name, definitely.
Yeah, Jimmy Rimmer. Yeah, he's
big
passed
up,
away.
R.I.P.
So, yeah. Ex Aston Villa goalkeeper. Suit measured says 60 million for Bergville. Bish bash bosh, spit on your hand and drive him there in a yellow Robin Reliant. Absolutely.
Quite right. A smoky
Absolutely.
Robin Reliant as well.
Yeah. Let me work my way down a bit, see if there's any under names. World Under says, did you say stiff? Say no more. Morning, Simon. Hope you're well this morning.
I just read the last bit of that.
Hope you're well, Simon. Big up to you. Futures Bright is in this morning as
Big
well.
up.
Big up to you,
Big
Futures Bright. I'm going to say Snipers again. I know I read his comment out earlier, but big up to you, Snipers. Morning to you. Hope you're well. Paul Mansbridge. Interesting name, that. Big up to
Big
you.
up to you. I
Haven't seen you before, I don't think. Morning
No.
to you. Come on, you
Yeah.
Spurs, he says. Like and subscribe, please.
Indeed.
Thank you.
Yes.
Big up to you for being in this morning. We are going to, just in case you're wondering, Paul's Mansbridge, nearly an hour in, and we haven't spoke about football yet, really. But we will get there, Paul. We will get there. 33 today in London. There you go.
It's cooled down a bit.
Listen. I know I get me numbers a bit confused sometimes, but I was about spot on.
Yeah, you
to
were.
be honest, 237 million spent, 151 recovered. Net spend, 86 million pounds.
So that's basically our net spend is Fernandez.
But we was always
gonna 85 or so.
Yeah.
We were always we weren't gonna spend, and then not recoup any money back, were we? It was always gonna sell money. Or sell players.
Yeah.
That's the way business works. Unless you want 50 players in your squad, you've got to sell some of them.
Unless you're Chelsea. Yeah, say no more.
Yeah.
Big up, John. Morning to you, mate. Hope you're well this morning. Big up to you.
Big up, John.
Paul's not happy. He thinks City are messing us about. Yeah, well, they have been, mate, haven't they? There's definitely no doubt about that. that they've been messing us about, coming out with all the old shit, we need someone else to replace him, because that is what it is, a load of old shite. They've got wingers there already, right? But if he comes, man. If he comes, I'll get behind him. I think he'll be, if he does come to Spurs, I think he'll be decent.
Yeah,
I think the
I've
Spurs
always
fans
had
will love
that
him,
impression
to be
as
honest.
well. As long as if they just unleash him instead of playing him the structured way what Pep used to, I think we got a completely different player.
I agree.
Pep was very structured, wasn't he? You know, he didn't want
the
you.
thing is,
Give him the free roll. Just say do what you like.
there's players like Grealish, for example. Now, I'm not dismissing what Pep done. Great manager, all this stuff.
Yeah.
But when Grealish was at Villa, he had a free role, basically do what he liked. As soon as he goes to City, he wasn't taking players on as much, wasn't doing this, and it must have been the style he was asked to play.
Well, of course it was. He wasn't the player he was at Aston Villa, and don't forget we could have had him for 4 million.
Something like that back in the day. Yeah.
Back
Born
before.
to play for Spurs, but probably will never play for Spurs.
Yeah, but I will say as well,
Man.
I will say this geezer that's meant to be coming in, this Savinio, right? If he, not so much a free reign, but if he lets him do what he's good at,
Yes.
which two things are, one thing he's taking on players. Yeah, if you say to him, go on, take them on, he will. And he'll go past them, come back and do it again. Because that's the type of player that he can be, the same as Kudos can be that player. Right? But let him do what he's best at.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. He's got to work hard. They've all got to work hard, especially when we haven't got the ball. Right? But when he has got the ball, watch the movement. Watch the difference in the movement, Anthony. You know, you watch a Tell now and you think he might be improving a little bit with his movement and that. But watch, when Savinio comes, he'll never be standing still, Anthony. He'll never be standing still.
Also, another thing, Tell was probably thinking, well, at the moment, he's the only left wing option we have.
Yeah.
So having Savinio come in surely will help Tell out in the long run, because it'll make him want to up his game, because he's not going to want to lose his spot, is he?
No, well, you would have thought so. We've said the same about Archie Gray with Paulinia last year, Anthony.
Mm-hmm.
If you remember when Paulinia come in, we said, Archie, follow him about. When he goes for a piss, follow him.
Yeah.
Everything. See what this geezer does.
Just watch
him.
It's
true, though, Anthony. It's true.
Watch everything he does. Watch what he eats, how he prepares himself for games. Just watch and learn.
Yeah.
Watch and
you do that with lots of different players. Even as you're getting older, take different pieces, good pieces of different players, and try and implement them into your game to make
not
yourself
all of
better.
them, but the ones you think will suit you.
Yeah, you know what I mean. You know.
Yeah. Just tell you, well, or try some things.
That's it, isn't it? It's all about learning.
I mean,
they always say
let's face it, even at our age, mate, life is about learning. You never stop learning.
Yeah, it's true. It
definitely is true. When you do learn something, you forget about it.
Well, yeah.
That's
absolutely. Bird on a Banjo says he loves this part of the show.
Well, it's like Morecambe and Wise, isn't it?
Yeah, there we go. Bird on a Banjo's got an allotment too. I'm not on my own. See? Bird on a Banjo, get over to Nanny and Grandad Audits. You will see the allotment if you're not already subscribed.
Watch all of them. Watch all of them.
Yeah.
There's it's evolution.
Yeah.
Of that allotment. Because basically, I remember the first one I watched, it was like a bit of scrubland.
It was, Mark, when it was
it was just like a waste bit of ground. Well, I thought Sting was living in there. Honestly, no, Sting.
Oh, Sting.
Sting, he was into his rainforest and all that.
Yeah.
I thought he was living in there.
I thought you said Stig. Like Stig of the
Dump. Yeah, that was on when we was kids.
Yeah, and Doku is the other one, Doku, yeah. Anthony's put in, they're linked to Osman, but there is no source saying he's going there.
Well, there's no source saying he's coming here either. Well, there's no
I know.
source
I
saying
don't.
he's
I
coming
don't think
here either, is there?
I don't think we'll get
be
him,
honest.
but there's no. We've heard little murmurs of Arsenal with him, but I've not heard anything concrete about him. About him going there, I've just heard little interest.
Yeah.
As I've said though, there's no real sources saying he's coming to us either.
No, but if he don't, he's not. I know he's not coming to us, but if he doesn't go to that lot down the road, that'll be a win for me. I'll be a bit. At least he's not going to that lot.
Well, yeah, but in my mind, you shouldn't just look at what they do. You should be
Yeah, I
more
know what
worried
you're
about
saying,
what
but
we do.
Pete will be vocal in the group, and I don't. No offense, Pete, but I don't want that happening. All right.
Yeah,
Well, look, all you have to say is Vinny Junior. You know what I mean? There's always
I'll
more
be
than
completely honest with you. As much as I dislike them, whatever they do is none of my business. Honestly, if they sign bloody Kylian Mbappe, it don't affect me.
Yeah,
Not
but I
that
just feel like if they sign Osman, they've won the lead again and again and all that stuff. And
would it affect you if Harry Kane signed for him, Mark?
he wouldn't.
No, that's not the question. The question was, we was talking about players going to other teams. You said you're not bothered. So I said, if it was Harry Kane going to Arsenal, would you be bothered?
The first thing I would do, yes, it would piss me off, obviously. But the second thing I'd question is our board, for allowing it to happen.
Well, yeah, there is
You
that,
know?
I suppose. Yeah.
Yeah, of course. Anyone, put it this way, if we've got a target, it was never really released that we were in for Harry Kane, but we all know that we were.
Right.
Now, it didn't get done because he wanted to stay in Germany. Fair enough. Even though the offer we made him was, to say substantial was a bit mild. There was money everywhere. If he'd have said
Apparently
yes.
so.
Allegedly.
Yeah. Allegedly. Yeah.
Now, any players that we are linked with, if they don't come to us, questions get asked about the board. Why didn't they come to us? You know, if we're solidly linked with players, you know, and they move on elsewhere, then you think, well, why didn't they come to us? What's the board done? Everything points back to them upstairs, mate. Always will, always has done.
It might just be a case of the player didn't want to come, Mark.
Well,
For whatever
that could
reason.
be so, but you still ask questions of the leaders.
Yeah. I get you. Welcome in to Dan E, the maestro, and Mr. Horlock. How the devil are you both?
Oh, sweating off. Apart from just getting kicked out of the front room, so the wife can do the cleaning. So I thought I'd just jump on and say hello, basically, because I've been kicked out.
Mate? Why not? He's been booted.
Well, why not?
He's been booted, and he's decided to join the stream. There was nowhere else to run to, so he jumps on the two marks. Adam, how are you, mate?
Yeah, I'm good, thanks. It's lovely and cool in Glasgow. It's nice. It's a nice, cool day, just to make you all jealous.
Yeah, thanks, mate.
Not here.
It's cool down here a little bit.
No, it's 29 here at the moment, and that's going to go up to about it's going to go up to about 32. It was
and
already
that's only
20.
shade temperature, isn't it? So in the sun, it's probably even hotter, isn't it? So.
It was like 26, 27 this morning at about 7 o'clock. So I needed some aircon because the fans weren't doing it.
Yeah.
You watch. Everyone will start migrating to Scotland soon. You watch.
It has been getting warmer, isn't it, though, down south, isn't it? Especially over the last couple of years, isn't it? Or the last two, more than that, really.
I mean, if you look at it, the summer don't even start now, really, until what? End of July, start of August, and the winter don't really start until January now either, does it? January, February, that's when it starts getting cold. That's just where things are changing on the planet. Simple as that.
Yeah.
But here's proof. Here's proof from Jamie of where I live. I mean, we grow apples. There you go, mate.
There you go.
Home of cider.
But
Yeah.
the whole of the rest of Europe have been used to this weather for years. I mean, I think it's just the fact that we've built so many buildings with so much glass and concrete and stuff like that. It retains heat or reflects heat
Yeah.
and things like that.
Yeah.
We've just built. We haven't built for the future. Do you know what I mean? That's the problem, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, we never get the hot weather very often, do we? I'm just going to ask Jamie a minute.
Oh, sorry, Mark. Sorry.
Do you make scrumpy, mate? If you do, I don't want any of it because it's horrible and it rots your stomach and it puts hairs on your eyeballs. But I bet you make some scrumpy.
Maybe. Who
Yeah.
knows? He
Yeah,
may well make some
definitely.
scrumpy.
Definitely.
Big up, Michael. Morning to you, mate. Hope you're good this morning. Oh, look, Dan's another one. Mayo is addictive, so perhaps Nigel hasn't had all of the mayo.
No,
Dan's had some of it.
I've had to calm down on that over the past year because same as stopping smoking for other reasons and that, but I can't have my coffee anymore or anything like that. Cholesterol level was a bit high, so I had to bring it down.
Oh, dear. Yeah, I know that feeling, mate, when you can't have this and you can't have that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Hang on a minute. I'm going to take it now.
Do you know what, Dan? Kids changed
I've got
it,
my
didn't they,
stack in
bro?
here.
No, I didn't want to take more medication. I'm on enough of it as it is, mate. Any more
right.
medication. So
Yeah. I'm with you, mate. I take loads of tablets as well, mate. So every day. So yeah. Look, listen. Let's get back onto the football. Romero apparently has gone 30 to 35 million, whatever it is.
yeah.
People going on about Spence going. We shouldn't have sold him for that, and 25 million, whatever it is, 26 million quid. Chaps, I haven't spoken to you about this. What are your thoughts on both of these two going out of the door? And does the money bother you?
Spence, I've now got to put up with him at Inter Milan, so not too happy with that. But the price we got for him, if we'd have sold him in the Premier League, we'd have got 40, 45 for him. But that's because the Premier League is where the money is. Everything you sell in the Premier League is an extra 20% on top of it. You know, teams have got the money and everything else. So going and selling to Italy is probably one of the poorest leagues out there at the minute. You're going to get tuppence money, basically. I think, considering that we sold him to an Italian team, I think we actually got quite good money for him in that aspect. Yeah, it's an annoying one with him because I don't particularly rate him. I think he's a good enough defender. I think he's terrible when he goes forward. He doesn't know what to do with the ball. 9 times out of 10, he legs it up the other end of the pitch, does a horseshoe and passes it halfway back down the pitch, or totally screws the pass or cross up because he can't do it for shit.
Yeah.
But he was good cover for the left back and the right back. But then there's the question: would you want to stay as cover for the left back and the right back? And the other side of it is there's also a lot of reputation about his how do I put it? His attitude towards things and that. And then the other thing you look at with him, that's about 5 managers that have blown him out now consistently. Even when he went on loan, they sent him back because they didn't like his attitude. So it's got to tell you something, as far as I'm concerned. That's telling you something.
Yeah.
But that's another 27 mil in the back pocket. Romero, I've been going on about it for 2 years. Sooner he went, the better. Waste of space. Yes, on his day, quality player, but you can't just play one day, one game when you choose to and choose to be good. His attitude's terrible. He's a liability on the pitch. And I think a lot of people actually realise that now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Will Romero meet his match in Simeone, Dan?
Yes.
Atletico.
If anyone's going to get something out of him and get some consistency out of him and that, it will be Atletico Madrid. They're the ideal team for him. The way they play, the dirty football, the way they get stuck into a game, everything else, it suits him down to a T. And then plus he's got the love of both being from Argentina with a few Argentinian mates there and everything. And I think if anyone can slap it out of him, basically, Simeone's going to be the one who can do it.
Yeah, I agree with you. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
Adam, thoughts on it? Go on, mate. Go on.
I think with the Spence deal, yeah, like I mean, the fact that De Zerbi's been getting he's pretty much been getting the players in. We've been paying above the odds to get players in that he really, really wants. If he really wanted Spence, he would have put a halt to that transfer straight away. So there's obviously something. There's obviously something about that. He didn't forge the relationship, even though he came in and did a bit of a job last year. He didn't forge the relationships with certain players. Even in the World Cup, if you look at all the things that he did do, it was very individual, wasn't it? It wasn't, it wasn't. So it was. I don't know. He's definitely got an attitude. I think sometimes you need that in some players. But the fact that we're talking about two players that have both got an attitude problem, that's clearly De Zerbi's got like a bit of a no dickhead policy. Do you know what I mean? He's shipped them out for a reason. I even remember when you were on Stell's live last night, weren't you, Dan? And I remember hearing Stell say, I would have kept Romero, and then I sort of think to myself, what would have happened if we had have kept him? Do you know what I mean? It's like I think he would have created a bit of a toxicity around the club. Especially Van Heck being above him in the peck, we all assume he would have been. So he wouldn't have been playing. He would have been on 200 grand a week. I mean, what's the point? To me, there was no point keeping him at all. Probably, I mean, maybe he would maybe he would have been better in that position as a backup rather than a Danso. But on the flip side of that, he's the sort of player, if you bring him on, he's fired up because he hasn't played for a couple of weeks. He's the sort of player that would come on in the 70th minute or something and get a red card still. Do you know what I mean? So I don't think you could rely on him. So
he wouldn't
the
play
money,
like that either. He
sorry.
wouldn't play like that either. He wouldn't play as a sub. He would not go to a place to be a sub.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I don't. Yeah.
No.
So then, what's he going to be like on the training ground and that? And then you've heard about him going and crunching tackles on players in the training, and you think we have enough trouble with injuries. So I'm not. I'm happy. I'm happy to see the back of him. I would have took 10 million less for him, to be honest, just to get him off the books. I know that sounds crazy, but I think he played down his price as well last season as well. I think from the antics that he did, I think he screwed us over more than probably people even know. Do you know what I mean? Especially when there was when there was toxicity in the club last season. Like the sort of when we were going through the situation with the rat thing and all that. It's just I just don't think that he was. I think he was definitely, his time was up. Spence, on the other hand, what did we pay for him? What was it, 15 million or something like that?
About 12
Yeah.
million, if I remember right.
Was it 12? Was it? I think there's
Something like that.
Connor was telling me yesterday. Levionics. He said to me, because I thought it was a 15% sell-on clause to Middlesbrough, but it's not. It's 15% of the profit, so it works out about £1 million.
Yeah.
So it's not a lot of money. I think the fact he's been on loan for quite a few seasons. So
Where's he gone?
I think he's dropped out. What I was going to say about Spence,
Yeah, go on, mate.
is you obviously don't want a beer. He wants first team football. And if we can't give him that, just move him on. Plus, we all know the stuff about his attitude over the years. There's not many managers that haven't questioned his attitude at all. Neil Warnock was Warnock, wasn't it? Was one of the main ones.
Yeah, he was. Yeah.
In that aspect, he's gone to a team, Mark, that he's going to win leagues. He's gone to a team that he's going to be in the Champions League. He's gone to a team that's going to win cup. He's gone to a winning team. He's gone to the best team in Italy.
And one of the best team at the moment, aren't they?
Well, they've been the best team for years.
That's how much I watch it. The last time I watched Serie A, it was Golazzo.
Yeah. No, I'd say over the past 10 years, Inter have been the best team. I mean, yeah, Napoli have won the league, AC have won the league once and that, but if you add it all up together, Inter have been the most solid team out there for the past 10 years. I think he'll do all right there. He'll have the pace for it and that, but the question is, they got him because they had to get rid of Dumfries, who's a much better player But he was on his last. He was on
Yeah.
his last year of his contract, and Real Madrid had him, so they had to go on and get someone on there. Now, with his pace and that'll do him lovely in Italy. But again, his passing power and his crossing power, I think they're going to have problems with. But I'll be able to keep people in touch with how he's doing because obviously I watch him now.
Yeah, fair play, Dan. Fair play.
Sorry, that was my spam call coming in. That always happens. It boots me out the chat.
It's all right, Adam. Can you remember where you was up to so you can continue?
Yeah, well, yeah. I was just going to say about Spence. Obviously, his wages would have been being paid the time that he was here when he was on loan.
Yeah.
So it's only would have been last season that we would have been probably paying any money on top of the original fee. So to make, I mean, if you look, like I was watching Stell's live last night when he went through the list of players and the profit that we've made on some of the outgoings this summer. Not being funny, that's night and day to what our club's normally been like for the last 10 years, or longer than that maybe, because it's very rarely, I mean, the last time I remember us making any serious dough on a player was that Kevin Vimmer years ago when we sold him, what was it, to Stoke for whatever it was.
Yeah.
I can't remember. Obviously, we've had players like Bow and Kane. That's different, isn't it? And Modric, you can't really put that in the same category. But they're like once in a lifetime or once in a generation or whatever you want to call it. But no. So I think outgoings this season we've done all right, and even like the players that have been. I actually thought that Romero was going to end up going on loan at the end of the season because I thought other clubs was just going to absolutely play us with it because they knew we wanted him out. He's on 200 grand a week. I thought it would be a year with an obligation, but the fact that we've got the money in for him, take it. You know what I mean? Take it.
Look at it this way. Look at it this way, yeah. Technically, now we've spent round about 60 to 70 million.
Is that it?
That is what we have now. That is roughly what we've now spent. Yes. So technically, we've spent about 70 million. That makes this situation even worse. The fact that we've basically spent 70 million makes the situation we're in now even worse.
What do you mean?
Well, we've only spent 70 million. People going on about how we've spent 100 million on him, nearly 100 million on that, 50 million on that, and everything else. Whereas technically we've spent 70 million and we're still struggling to get ourselves a winger and a striker and another winger. If we've got this 300 million to spend, we've been told, or 200, whatever else in that, there's still easy 150 to 200 in the bank. Why are we pissballing about?
Yeah, I mean, what
I would argue. Sorry to interrupt. Hello, good morning, gents. I've been saying, I said this yesterday over the last couple of days. It's a funny world we live in as Tottenham Hotspur fans because, on one side you can say so far the window's been pretty good if you think about the players that we've let go, who were maybe troublemakers and not fitting into the squad, and versus the players that we brought in or we need. I feel at this present moment in time, I'm not actually that happy with the window. I'm actually annoyed, maybe more annoyed than what I was, at the start of last year, because I feel that we've not really strengthened like we should have, because we've had to let some of our better players go, and Spence probably was one of our better players because we couldn't really rely on Udogie. Well, we can't rely on him because he's always bloody injured, isn't he? And Romero, it probably wasn't our best defender in terms of consistency throughout the season, but when he does turn up, he is our best defender. But that's if he ever, if he turns up for us.
If he turns up.
Yeah, exactly. And from his behaviour last year and the red cards and all that stuff, he actually put us in. He put us in peril. Man United game being one notable game. So you look at what we've done in previous seasons where we've replaced players. Well, the club kind of replaced Romero and Van der Ven in their head with Senesi and Van Hecke, but they managed to persuade Van der Ven to stay. because Van der Ven's enamoured with RDZ. So that's a win, I guess, for the club. But those players were brought in to replace those defenders. They weren't brought in, I would say, to strengthen the squad. Because had Romero and Van der Ven signalled to the club last year, we're staying, I would bet, knowing Tottenham Hotspur, we probably wouldn't have gone and got those defenders. Maybe Senesi to replace Dragusin, but then would Senesi want to be a backup player? Not so sure at his age.
But then we always had Vuskovic as well, didn't we? Obviously we let him go.
And then I would say, sorry, I'll just finish this off quickly, guys. Then I would say, okay, well, what's his name? Robertson. He was a club signing. We were pining for him before De Zerbi came. So he was coming in for whatever reason, no matter what.
Yeah.
So that's not really the club strengthening for me. And then the only notable things that we've done is, yes, we've brought in Fernandes and Tonali, which is strengthening, but we've also lost, or I guarantee you, Maddison's going to get injured again, right? But Maddison and Xavi are injured. So it's like, where have we actually strengthened, 100% guaranteed, strengthened? Right, and when I look at it like that, I don't think we have in a way.
I'll give you the answers for that one. We have strengthened. We've strengthened in defence blatantly. We've strengthened in midfield 1,000%. Yeah. Now we haven't strengthened up front. That's what we haven't done. But I think what we got to look at here is how much do we need to improve the squad, or how much do we need to improve that 11? That 11 is what needs improving first, not the whole squad. And plus, the other thing is we're on one game a week, bar the odd FA Cup game, depending how far we get, and the odd Mickey Mouse Cup game. League Cup. Apart from that, we're on one game a week, so we need to cut that squad down anyway. And if you're getting the crap out, and then you're going and put in significantly better players in there, not just slightly better, 2-tier better players than the ones that are in there, like in midfield. And then those ones come back as the squad players, and you get rid of the shit like Archie Gray, which we're not gonna, but Sarr, Bergvall, things like that. Then you have significantly improved the team and the squad. The only thing we have not improved in is up front.
I don't think it's significant because one they haven't proved it yet, right? So that remains to be seen. And two, our problems. I mean, we had problems all over the place last year, but on paper, our problems wasn't necessarily the positions that we brought in, because we did have Van der Ven and Romero. We did have Bentancur, Paulinho, and Conor Gallagher for a short while, and we did have Maddison and Xavi. Maddison was injured again last year. So what I'm trying to say, Dan, is that I agree with you. I'm not trying to say that the players we brought in aren't good. That's not what I'm saying at all. All I'm saying is when you look at it holistically, in terms of how they brought in the players and why they brought in the players, it doesn't seem to me that they've executed their plan correctly. If they brought in, and we were saying this a couple of shows ago, if they brought in the striker and the left winger first, that changes the complete complexion of what we've done. And they've still got time to do it. If they do that, then my opinion will about face very quickly, and I'll be delighted with what we've done. But if it stays as it is now, I'll be really pissed off with what we've done, because I guarantee you, Maddison's going to get injured, Richarlison's going to get injured, Solanke's going to get injured, Adoji's going to get injured. You bet on bottom dollar Porro's due an injury now because he's been fit for far too long at Tottenham Hotspur, right? We've got loads of players that will get injured, and then we're going to be moaning about the same things we were last season. Why is Bergvall getting in the team? Why is Gray getting in the team? Why is this player still playing? Why is that player coming in? And that's what I'm really annoyed about.
Do you know what my biggest fear is? Sorry, go on.
I can see where you're coming from there, Maz. I mean, it's a total fair point, but I think Spurs have done it the right way. It's just the problem is, I think they've got a plan, and I think they've got that plan too tight. And like I said on Mark's show the other day, there's nothing wrong with planning what you're going to do. But for me, I only plan something 60%, because if you plan something 100%, there's all that can happen is more can go wrong.
Yeah.
What you have to be able to do is when something doesn't necessarily go right, you have to be able to go with the flow and make a split decision and make an important decision there and then. And that is one thing we can't seem to do. And I think they've planned it to literally pinpoint accuracy on what they actually want to do. And all of a sudden, they've got to a point where they've hit a brick wall. I think they've done it the right way. Start from the back, build your way up to the front. Now, others are going to tell me, but we need the front more. Okay, so let's say we turned round and focused on the front. None of those ones that we're going to sign up the front or could sign up the front are going to be 5-minute jobs. They're going to take three weeks to a month. We're going to have to pay serious money, everything else and all that. So if we'd have focused on the striker, focused on the winger and purely focused on them first, we wouldn't have got Tonali. Arsenal was interested in him. So was Man City. We 100% would not have got Fernandes because Man City was literally going to have him. We wouldn't have got Senesi. We wouldn't have got Robertson. And Van Hecke, you can debate would we have got him or not. So if we would have just focused on the front, we would have totally lost out. And what's the point on going and getting ourselves a left winger and a striker that can score goals when the whole rest of the squad is absolutely crap? When you can't bloody defend and you can't control midfield, you might as well have Messi up there, and he's not gonna. He might rescue you games, whatever, and that, but he's not going to conquer a season for you. Overall, that first 11 is, to me, is significantly better because we've got significant control in midfield now. Now, on paper, I agree with you, but I'm talking about on paper, yeah? We're not going to know until this sits down together. We can go and then get a quality striker and a quality up front, and you can then still say we don't know if it's going to work. So, in midfield, Tonali and Fernandes, I'm going by what people have told me on Fernandes, are a massive step up from Bentancur and Gallagher. Now, I think Gallagher's a good player to have in the squad, hands down, yeah? I mean, it's definitely better than Sarr. Definitely better than falling back on epoxy Archie Gray. Definitely better than a Bergvall, yeah? That is a massive, massive improvement in midfield. To me, that centre mid choice we've got is a top 16. Now, when you look at the defence, we've gone and got our most inconsistent attitude, probably one of the most overrated players ever at Tottenham Hotspur out of the club. And we've got Senesi in there, who is a proven Premier League player and proven good player. I'm not saying he's nothing special, but a good player. And we got him for free. You can't complain with that. We've then gone and got ourselves Van Hecke, who is improved season by season. Definitely one of the most progressors of the ball in that. Maybe a little bit slow from what I've seen. But, again, it's an improvement. On the left-hand side, depending how we want to play, if we're going to use the wing-back side, we've got a very good person there in Robertson. Okay, he's lost a bit of pace, but he's the best crosser of the ball. He can cross that ball better than Porro. He can pass that ball better than Porro. Much more direct than Porro. Don't get me wrong, Porro's quality at doing it. Robertson is better. Much more direct. Now, when it comes to defending on both sides for that, you play either them as a left back or a right back, then we're up shit street because, like I've been telling everyone for 2 years, Porro is a crap defender. But like Spain proved it, very good to play him up the field, basically, not far off a right wing. So overall, that team has improved significantly. It's just the thing people keep looking at is the fact that we need to score goals as well. And I totally agree with that. And the last bit I'll say on it is it's easier to actually go and win games 1-0 than it is to play you score 3, we score 4. And how many games did we lose out on last season? Not just because we couldn't score goals, but for the sheer fact that we had no control in midfield and we was absolutely diabolical in defence. So if what we got gets us another 12 points, 15 points, which we lost easily 12 to 15 points because of our defence, not just because of the fact that we couldn't score goals, and we get up to 8th place.
Yeah, but we had shit managers, Dan.
And the gap in front of it.
The problem with going through the whole thing on paper, right, is we're looking at them with crap managers, but when they were playing well, when they did have De Zerbi, you know, and this is not necessarily my arguments completely, you know. Those players were performing a lot better. I mean, when De Zerbi came in, you know, what was it? We won 3, drew 2, lost 2 or whatever. If we'd done that all season, we would have been significantly better off, and our opinions on these players will be marginally different. And it's the same argument saying with the players on paper that we've had are certainly better than 17. But I agree with you. Like I said, Fernandes and Tonali are better, more capable midfielders than what we've had. For
not
sure.
Just one step above. That's 2 tiers above what
yeah,
we've got there.
Yeah, 2 tiers above what we've had. We're
That's
still
a
about
massive
Fernandes, but with certainly with Tonali, I think it was one of the best midfielders in the league. So that's that. But we're going to have the same. When Roberto De Zerbi came in, all of a sudden the defenders knew how to defend where they needed to be. We pressed much better. The midfield looked totally different once Bentancur and Paulinho started playing, and Conor Gallagher started playing a little bit better. All of a sudden we went from a team that was defending and trying to counter-attack crappily to a team that actually had the ball and passed it around. But it all fell down when we went forward. So are we going to be even better at defending now and holding the ball? And then we're just going to absolutely crumble trying to score a goal?
I can see that happening, but you can also argue the point is that part of the reason we stayed up is because West Ham just weren't strong enough to hold it. Some can say Kinski kept us up. Some can say De Zerbi kept us up. As soon as there's different ways you can look at it. So I agree with what you're saying, but we didn't exactly look good under De Zerbi, not at all. Instead of just looking absolutely diabolical, we just looked shit. Basically, under De Zerbi, we did not look good in any means or manner, but we did look better because we was that piss poor. Even though we were still poor, it makes it look significantly better than we were, sort of thing. Almost a bit of a lie to the person as such, because we were that bad.
Yeah.
As all we had to do was be poor to look good, almost as such. And with that team we had there, and the midfield and the way the defence was playing and everything else, it still weren't going to get us nowhere. So the positions we have covered.
The thing is, though, Dan, right? And this is where the consistency comes in. And every show that I've seen all over the shop, right? When you ask people where do you think we'll finish, right? Everyone's saying I'll be happy with top 10, right? When I listen to you, and again, I think you put your points across brilliantly, right? And I agree with most of them. It makes us sound like we should be top 4, right? And if we're not top 4, based on what you said, right? If I was you, I'd be very pissed off. But I'm a realist. I think we have improved, but I don't think we've improved that much that we're going to be knocking on the door for Champions League.
No,
unless we really shore up that front line, because even the teams that were knocking on the top 6 places, they all had a winger and a striker that they could rely on to get them goals. And if we don't get that, fine, great, we brought in good defenders and midfielders, but if they don't all click as a balanced team, that would mean nothing. A bit like what happened under Frank and Ange at the end and stuff like that.
You can say that with a striker, though, Maz, as well. I mean, in the aspect of what we've got, I would say the team with what we got is fit enough for an 8th place, especially seeing as we have the advantage of 1 game a week and everything else. But then maybe if we go and get the striker in and we go and get at least a left winger in there, then we can start looking at a top 6 place, as long as the injuries go in our favour as well, which they don't seem to do that yet. But at the moment, if we finished 8th with what we've got now, I would say that's a respectable season, and you can't say that's not light years above what we've done over the past 2 years. I mean, we just missed getting relegated by 2 points.
Oh, it'd be night and day. Do you know what my biggest fear is, right? And I've been thinking this for a while. It's because, and partly because we're near the end of the window, right? I'm going to throw out a bit of an analogy here, but do you know what? I would compare it to like buying a house, right? If where we're in the market now, we're looking for a top striker or a top winger. If you're going to a club that's got like a Real Madrid or someone like that that's got 3 or 4 amazing strikers, to lose a striker, it's nothing. It's like just going and buying a house and that's just bang done. When you've got a chain, that's when it's a problem, and that's what I think we've got now. Is that if you're going to take someone's best striker from their club, they've then got to go out and replace that, and the chances are whoever they're buying to replace, if you're buying like an Osherman or a Kane or someone like that, they're going to go out and want to buy a striker from another club that will be their best striker. Then they've got to go out and they've got to go out and buy another striker. So you're causing like a domino effect. And I think that because it's getting near the end of that window, you're going to pay above the odds for it. But I fear that clubs are going to be like, okay, you've come in with this big offer. Now we've got to go and do our. I think that might even be what's stalling the Savinho thing. It could be. I don't know. But I think that's a big problem that we've got now. Is that any clubs that we're going to and trying to take their best striker or their best winger, they've got to go out and do that, and then the other clubs that they're going to hold them at ransom, because if they haven't got a contingency plan already in place for losing that player, like a Brighton or a Bournemouth that are always, it seems like they're always well ahead of the game. If any other clubs are not prepared for a bid for one of their best players, you've only got to have one breakdown in the chain, as any of you know, buying a house or whatever. You only got to have one breakdown in the chain, and it fucks the whole thing up. So I personally think we're in a situation like that. I know it's a bit of a random analogy, but that's just how I see it. Does that make any sense? I don't know.
We got to shop outside the window. We got to shop outside the Premier League. Seriously, that is where we can get some good players out there at respectable prices. Not that I really give a shit about the price; it ain't my money in that aspect.
The market's dry though, as well, Dan, isn't it? I mean, there's not like a plethora
in the
of bloody
Premier League
strikers out there, is there? You know what I mean?
No, there isn't. That's just it. They are the
That's the
hardest
problem,
positions to do now. But in the Premier League, you're going to be paying loads more anyway, and people ain't going to want to sell, putting themselves at risk as well. Because, I mean, why are they going to want to improve us so that we can overjump them? That's the other problem you've got with buying in the Premier League.
That's the other thing.
When it comes to
if
Europe,
you offered like
you
a
can go
Solanke
out
or
there.
a Ritchie,
When you go out there, you can bully. You can bully Europe. We have got the power to bully the rest of Europe. In that aspect, In that aspect, you're God, you got to repeat on here now. Or is that me?
I can hear it. Karen.
Yeah. I was going to say, it ain't you,
Adam,
mate, is it?
No, Adam, mute it.
No.
Yeah.
Is it me?
I think
you were
so,
doing
Adam.
that. Your one was doing that on mine the other night, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Sorry, mate,
I'll
jump out. I'll jump out and come back in. That's right.
All right.
If we go shopping in Europe, apart from PSG, Bayern Munich, Real Madrid, and Barcelona, with maybe a touch of Atletico Madrid, who can't we bully out there? We could literally walk into Italy and take who we want out of any team there except Como.
Yeah.
We could literally go out there if we wanted to the point where we could bully Juventus.
If the rumours are true about all the money we got.
Yeah, obviously. Yeah. But we know we've got money. I mean, come on. Yeah. We know we've got money, yeah. We could literally go out there and bully 95% of the teams in Europe. I mean, down to the fact that the way Europe is just that dry on money, bar the teams that I've mentioned, Crystal Palace could go out there and bully some of them clubs out there.
Yeah.
I mean, the only other places we'd probably struggle with is something like Turkey, because it's just run in a totally different way by the government, basically. But we could literally go out in Europe and get what we wanted if we want to, and put an offer down on the table that you just can't refuse.
So, Dan, I know, and Maz, I know they've got this thing about Premier League proven players at the moment, but like you say, if you are looking for that and it is running a bit dry, and you're not seeing the profile of player that the manager wants or whatever, or what he's asking for, why are we not doing that? Or is that what the last 3 weeks of the window is for, or the last 2 weeks of the window is for? Because I don't understand it either. I get the Premier League proven bit, I get that, but we've been sitting here for a week bringing up names of players that maybe we could entice to Tottenham, but Tottenham, as far as we know, we don't know what's been going on behind the scenes, but Tottenham don't seem to be doing that at the moment. And why do you think that is, Dan? Any particular reason?
I think the reason for that is because they identified their list prior to them bringing in the backroom staff and De Zerbi and stuff like that. And Lange was at the head of that, and they're just executing his plan. And I don't think he's got certainly from he's supposedly he's good at the young player side of things, but not great at the other end and the superstars. So, and that's why I think we've been struggling now. De Zerbi and that other guy, was it Rafi guy, whatever his name is, come in, right, and they've probably implemented a new scouting structure, and now they're looking further wide, but they're almost starting from scratch. I mean, that's the impression I get. I mean, obviously, I don't have, I can only go by news articles and journalists and what we've been discussing on the various shows all over the place.
Yeah.
But that's I think that's why. And I also think that Spurs are so frightened to ever get into that position again that one of their strategies is, okay, we need proven players because we've tried, the other route and it hasn't worked out. And I think that's a bit of a foolish thinking. The reason why they were in the position they were is because they didn't invest in the forward line for the last 6-7 years properly. They've misspent a horrendous amount of money buying crap players all over the shop.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I say crap players, but players that didn't work out effectively for Spurs. And you couple that with poor managers, and I include Andrew in that, and they allowed him to build a £400 million crap squad, which we've been arguing about. Well, I say arguing, all agreeing with each other and arguing about as well for the last 3 years on that squad that he built, by the way, with Lange and Paratici's involved in that as well when he came back.
Yeah.
That's why we're in this situation. So now their thinking is, well, we need to reverse that and we need to start buying proven players that we know we're not taking a big gamble on. So cut all my waffle short, it's risk mitigation. That's all it is. It's low risk, right, versus buying someone abroad, even if they're a good player, that will be medium to high risk. Because even really world, renowned players that come in that we know are really good, they come to the Premier League and they don't quite work out all the time. So, and I think that's the lens that they're looking at it.
Yeah. Do you think though that players not coming in has got a lot to do with who we got to get out? So we've not got players with no squad number and we're still paying them. I think that could have something to do with it because the squad is bloated. We can all see that.
Yeah, we have to get rid of the crap out of there as well.
We got to get
getting players in because again, the other problem we got there is, like I said, we've got one game a week, and with a bloated squad we don't need a squad that size this year. We really don't. We don't need a massive squad. I mean, all right, if you want to talk about the injuries that we have, then we might as well have 400 in the team, and we'd probably still be limited with players. So, in that aspect,
there is that.
We need to make that squad smaller to then progress from there, basically. And the other issue with that is trying to find people who actually want to buy these shit players. People keep telling me how shit these players are. You don't have to tell me that. No shit, Sherlock. We all know that, yeah? So why are people going to be putting significant money in for them? I said this at the start, if you two remember it, like at the start of the window and that we are going to have to take a kick in the bollocks for some players and are not going to be able to get the money that we would expect. But then out of all these players, how many of them would actually justify somebody paying more for them than what we paid for them? What, are you telling me someone's going to pay more for Richie than what we did? More than for Solanke? Yes, Bergville, you can say it because we got in tuppence money. Is someone going to pay more than 40 million for Archie Gray?
No, it was 40. It was around 50 million for Archie. 46?
40 million, 30 million plus a player, basically.
Yeah.
And in that aspect, is I mean, Van der Ven is one we'd get more money for than we paid for. Same as Spence because it was that cheap. And Sarr would probably get more money than what we paid for because we'd get him cheap, but we're lucky if we get 15 million for him. The rest of that squad, about the only other one who's perked himself up now is Porro. Who else would we expect to make money on now? Would anyone
maybe
even expect
maybe you'll get more money for Vicario if you know, maybe sort of we bought him for 10 million, so we'll get 15, 20 maybe for him, maybe. But it's not. Yeah, I agree with you, Dan. I mean, even Romero, I think we've got a bloody blinding deal. I can't believe someone, because he's such a troublemaker, that guy, and that, you know, he's a liability, and I think other clubs around Europe think he's a bloody liability as well.
Yeah. No big team wanted him as such. I mean, you can say Madrid's a big team, but they're not one of the elite teams as such. If he was that good and a world-class player, like people say, Maz, then people would have been queuing up for him. They bloody weren't. He wanted to go last year, and we was happy to let him go as well. The only reason he signed the contract is because it was just more money, and plus it was more years on it for us, so we could possibly get a better deal out of it. Not many people wanted him.
Yeah. You're right, Dan. It was. You talk about a dry market. What was it? Atletico, and was it Inter that came in late as well for Romero as well, wasn't it? Apparently, 2 clubs, and he's been on the market for, I don't know how long you'd like to say now. Everyone knew he was going to be leaving. What do we do with the Spence saga now? Now Spencer's gone, we obviously do need another right back. I'm assuming, lads. Do you think that?
We got Archie Gray.
Well, I know that, Dan, but you know, give us. Is there someone you would like, Dan, that maybe could? I don't know.
Off top of my head right now, people we could get or whatever. Getting a backup right back. I mean, what's it? That Nico Williams, he plays left and right, doesn't he? And definitely what. But then again, whoever comes over to us is basically coming over to sit behind Porro.
Yeah.
So who are we going to genuinely get that is that good?
And this is why I was making my points earlier. I said this point yesterday, Dan. I don't know if you're listening. I think you were, actually. You in the chat. Is the sequencing of how we bought, for me, has ruined the transfer window. Unless they buy players right this, you know, today or tomorrow, and then everything's, you know, all is forgiven. But I don't want them buying another right back now to, you know, get back up for Porro. That's not where I want them to spend the money. I want them to buy forwards. Because you know what will happen? We won't get forwards. All right, they'll buy another right back, let's say, to back up Porro. Then they'll be like, we spent X hundreds of millions of pounds as justification for the window. It's true, isn't it, Mark?
It is.
That's what will happen. Yeah. Then I know the future. I know the future, lads. All right. Come to December time, right? We would have had a really good start. De Zerbi would have won 8 of his 10 games, right? Drawn 2. We might even pump a big team. Then we'll go on a really bad run, get loads of injuries, and then January we'll all be sitting here saying, guys, this is the biggest January ever. We need a striker. They've got to pull their finger out. Then we'll spend all of the January, right, arguing about the same things over and over and over and over and over again. Round and round and round and round we go, right?
Yeah.
And then we won't buy anyone, or we'll get some unheard of player that we, you know, from like we did with Sousa, like from Brazil or something, right? And we'll get Lance coming out saying, well, you know, no one came up available who we were targeting. I mean, there isn't anyone else better out there than what we currently got, because I have to then big up Richie and Solanke again to like keep them happy. I mean, I'm not far off, right? If we don't get anyone.
I can't believe we're not going to go. Matt, you know I'm as critical as you. You know that, right? But I can't believe we're not going to sign a forward. Surely we've got to get one in. Surely.
Well, it looks like Savio done it at the moment. So we've heard, but I don't believe nothing on social media. Let's get that in there. But it does look like day 380, and we might actually be signing him. That's what it looks like. But there could soon be a fly in the ointment in that. But to me, I do agree with Dan. What Dan said about all the teams that were after the players that we have signed. So I get why they brought him in to sort of fight off the attacks of who'd you say was after Tonali? Man City was after him.
Arsenal and Man
Yeah.
City wanted him.
Yeah. So
They just
I
weren't willing to pay the amount that we was willing to pay. That is why we had to slam that money on the table.
Yeah. And so I get why we done that, because otherwise they wouldn't be our players. But surely the board can see that the front 3, 4, whatever you want to say, apart from Kudos, but let's face it, he's been injured for God knows how long now. It was 8 months. But we'll put it this way: would any of the 3 that's left up front, or 2 or whatever, would any of them get in any top 6 team that we're meant to be? To me, no. Tal wouldn't have a sniff of getting in any of them teams. Nowhere near. Madison's too injury prone. He might, if he can stay fit, but he's made of sugar glass, like most of them are. And Solanke and Richie, Jesus Christ, man. The worst forward line I've ever seen. And I'm 55. By far. By far.
There you go.
It's up front. We have not got it in any means or manner. Whereas in the rest of the team, like I said, in midfield, we have got a top 6 midfield there for me.
Yeah.
With the backup we've got on it as well, because I mean, think of what it was: Paulinia and Bentancur, 2 good players. With a drop down to bloody Archie Gray and Sarr and possibly Bergville there. That's like falling off a cliff. And we're talking about 2 players that ain't even quality.
Yeah.
We've now got a step down of Tonali and Fernandez, depending how good Fernandez is. I don't know much about him. To Gallagher, a proven Premier League player who has played well in the Premier League. And Bentancur, who is still a good squad player, in my opinion. That's not falling off a cliff. So we've definitely, for me, that's a top 6 midfield.
Yeah,
I really like the midfield now. To be honest with you, like you say, Dan, you know, unless we go down the road of injuries to Fernandez and Tonali at the same time, you've got a Bentancur if one needs a rest or whatever the reason might be. One's got a knock or whatever. You've got a Bentancur you can bring in for a game or 2 if you need to. You know. And that's what we've got to build towards as a squad. And that's what I say is going to take the 2, 3, 4 years to go and do that. That's squad building. I'm more interested right now in the here and now as to why we haven't acquired the forwards that we need to acquire. And like I said on many a show, it's 6 weeks since the last signing, right? And I don't know when it was, last week it came out, we need to sell before we can buy again. Right? Where are you 2 guys at with that? Because I get obviously the squad's bloated, sell players, money's coming in as well as we're spending money. I get that. But a lot of fans will have in their head war chest. Right? We've had the statements, we've had this, we've had that. Then it's come out about all the revenue streams and what's available to spend and what's not. Okay? So, like you alluded to earlier, whatever it is, 70, 80, 90 million pound net spend at the moment. Do you think to a lot of fans it matters how much we spend? Because they have said and already come out and said we've got what's happened there still.
You pushed the button, not me.
But does it matter in that regard to how much we spend? I don't like the word, but net spend as such, or is it about to the fans the quality that's bought in generally? I don't know what you guys think. I went around the houses a bit with that, but I was trying to. Yeah,
quality, innit? I mean, at the end of the day, like we've all said, we know we are going to have to pay excess money because people know we are desperate to buy the players. And plus, if we're going to buy them in the Premier League, you know that's an extra 20% on top. If it's homegrown, you can add another 5% on top of it. So it's about the quality of players that we buy. If we go over, let's just say we go over to Roma and spend 40 million on Kone.
Yeah.
40 million is cheap as for a player of Kono's quality. He's every bit as good as who we have in midfield. So in that aspect, I don't think anybody would complain about the price as long as we buy quality. 100 million for Tonali, yes, well OTT, but we know we've got ourselves a stable quality player there. Proven.
Yeah. Yeah, fair play. Still, good morning. Afternoon for you now, I believe.
Afternoon.
How are you, mate? And I take it, have you had a little listen in? Is there anything you would like to add to the conversation?
No, to be honest with you, I wasn't listening in. I just got in, and you popped up on YouTube, and I thought I'd jump on.
Charming.
Sorry,
he weren't
mate,
listening in, people. He weren't listening in. I can't believe it.
What's that about?
Just talking about the forwards, really, still. And obviously, everyone's been going over what we've done well in the defence, the midfield, and thanks, Mark, and all that sort of stuff. And obviously, Romero going yesterday, Spence going yesterday, talking about the money that we've got for them and that sort of stuff. And did they really need to go? And obviously, news this morning that apparently Spurs are getting closer on day 380 to Savinio.
Yeah.
And I've got to go for a tinkle. I've got to be back in a sec. Sorry.
Oh, where's he gone?
He's gone
this
to
Savinio
the toilet.
thing. This Savinio thing is it's unbelievable, isn't it? We've been after him for a year and we're still after him. How they've not got a deal done by now beggars belief. Why would you leave it this late? Why would you wait a week before the season starts? And I bet you he's not here before the season starts. And then we're going to say, 2 weeks ago, don't panic, everyone. After we draw to Brentford away, drop a couple of points, everyone's going to say, but, he's coming. It just goes on and on. We got Tonali done like that. Got Fernandes done like that. Van Heck. Senesi, all these players, bang, 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 bang. Why is it taking a year to sign Savinio?
Maybe City ain't willing to do the deal the way because you can only buy the player if the other ain't pissballing about. The others obviously needed to sell. Newcastle needed to sell. Not wanted, needed to sell. Like we said last night, they've just literally had their heart ripped out of them from the manager to their midfield, basically. And also their other best player had to sell. Other people have had to sell, like Aston Villa. They've had to sell. Players that we've bought was either free for two of them or others the clubs were willing to sell. I think the Savinio problem, I don't think it is actually Tottenham. I think the problem is Man City just being pricks, basically. But that is where we should have really hit our point by now, significant time ago, of bollocks to him and gone for someone else.
Yeah. I think
there we go.
Pick your target, go for it, and then if you don't get the target, just go on to the next one. I agree. What I will say about this, I heard you ask Dan, should we get quality? Should we go after quality? So I want to go back to something I said about Kinski. I'm all for Kinski being the number one, right? I'm all for it. And the reason is there's 3 phases to a build. Phase 1 is just get your team up. Get your team up. Phase 2 is have some consistency where you're consistently second, third. And then phase 3 is, right, go for it. Now throw the kitchen sink at it. I just want to read something out to you, okay? So this was Arteta's first transfer window at Arsenal. Listen to the names he signed. Thomas Partey, Pablo Mari, Willian, Cedric Soares, William Saliba, who went on loan, and Mkhitaryan, and El Neni. All those names I've mentioned, all of them, except for Saliba, were not at Arsenal in the final 2 years of their trophy, of their title charge.
Yeah.
The second season, Arteta's second season, these are the players he signed, okay? Ben White, Odegaard, Ramsdale, the goalie, Tomiyasu, Lokonga, Nuno Tavares, Lucas Torreira, and Matteo Guendouzi, and Kolasinac. None of them, except for Odegaard and Tomiyasu, survived. So what that says to me is, what we buy now doesn't necessarily mean that's what we're going to have at the end of the project when we hope to be successful.
Oh, I agree.
I totally agree with Dan. I would always pick quality over quantity. I've been arguing this for years. It's been my biggest argument with Levy and Enoch. I want quality over quantity. But, and this is the big but, if De Zerbi's here for 5 years, and it's going to take 5 years, like it took Klopp, like it took Fergie, like it took Arteta, then if we do bring in a civilian Gakpo, I'll accept it, because I don't believe they're the solution necessarily in 5 years' time, but they're the stepping stone to progress. And they are a progression on Tel, Solanke and Richie. So I think that's the way maybe we've got to look at it. And by the way, I could repeat the same thing that Klopp did in his first 2 years as well. So that's why I'm okay with Kinski for now. Do a year. Let's see what you got. If you're good enough, you'll stay. If not, you will be gone. Because when we get to that last couple of years of the process, mate, we can't have keepers that aren't at that level. So there's a bit of give and take. That's my take on it, boys.
I get it. But seeing as you mentioned him, what would you rather we do? Yeah. And I think we spoke about this last night. I think enough thing that people have complained about for obvious reasons that we have got the ump about is that we just buy shit and we go and spunk 65 million up the wall on a bloody Solanke or an Archie Gray, or we go, you know what I mean, or crap like that. You know, we buy crap. Right, if we cannot get this striker, we just can't get him. But we still got 120 sitting in the bank as such, yeah? And we can still actually improve that team that could easily get us another 6 to 7 points. Maybe more than that, yeah? Shouldn't we just go and do that? Kinski is not a proven player by any means or manner. He has only just played double figures in the Premier League. He has only had 5 significant games since he's been at Spurs. When we could go out and get a proven goalkeeper who even managed to keep 16 clean sheets in a team that was in a relegation battle, and then another following 16 to 18 clean sheets the season after when they get up the table, for 35 million, who is the best keeper in Italy at this moment, that Juventus wanted but can't afford the 35 million. Inter wanted,
don't think it's the priority.
Couldn't afford that. That's not what I'm saying. I didn't say it's the priority.
I'd rather chuck the money at the attackers. I'd rather chuck that money at the attackers.
Yeah, but what I said, if we cannot get that striker, they can't find the striker. We don't want them to just go spunk it up the wall on crap. You've said that yourself.
Yeah, there is that.
Quality. Right, so we cannot get this striker. Blame the club, blame that there's none out there, blame what you want. But no one wants us to go blow another 65, 95 up the wall on a bloody Richie or Solanke. So there's still room, there's still place in that team, in that first 11, that you could improve significantly. That could get you that extra 8 points that then gets you up to 7th place.
Well,
to me, that just makes common sense to go and do
what
that.
you're saying, though, what you're saying links to what happened at Arsenal and Liverpool when they went through their builds. And that is, after a couple of years of Arteta, Arsenal overhauled the recruitment team. And last season, they overhauled it again when they brought in the guy from Spain to take over the transfers. Liverpool, after a year or two, they overhauled the transfer team. They actually took the guy from Tottenham, the data analytics specialist, and he spearheaded their, what they call it? When you just go by the data, only is a word for it. So the Americans invented it for baseball.
I know what you mentioned about. I know what you're mentioning. I know what you're on about.
Moneyballing. They moneyballed it. So I think things like what you say, Dan, it's going to come down to, I honestly believe, I really believe, at some point Spurs need to overhaul the recruitment team. Lange still being here is a problem. I do think
I
he is.
agree.
If we're gonna get serious, the whole recruitment team needs overhauling, the whole thing,
Mhm.
and it needs a serious team that gets it to come in, which is
Mhm.
probably really why Kinski is still here, because that recruitment team probably thinks, you know what, give him a chance. He's shown that he's had good games. Let's see what he can do. You're against that, which I get. I totally get it.
Mhm.
I'm okay with it for 1 year for him to prove himself,
Mhm.
but I think it comes down to the recruitment team. They look at him and think, no, we're all right with him. We're all right.
I get what you mean, and people say it's not a priority. Well, for me, a goalkeeper is every bit as important as a striker. For me, if I was building a team, and I can only go by what I would say personally, goalkeeper is one of the first things I get in there, without a doubt. He is an inexperienced goalkeeper who's made a couple of good saves, and for me, this is why it makes Spurs, the supporters, one of the most contradicting load of bollocks that I've come across at times. Yeah. When we're going on about how we want quality players, we want massive improvements, we want to act like this big imaginary club that we are. We want to act like this. Enoch should be doing this. Enoch should be, he's had 5 good games. Yeah, brilliant. He deserves a chance. What a load of BS. What a load of contradiction.
Yeah, but Dan, look at what Arsenal. I go back to Arsenal and Liverpool again, right? Because
We're not Arsenal and Liverpool.
But that's what we have to be. But that's what we have to become, though. If we're going to be winners, we have to become that, right?
I get where you're coming from.
And they had Ramsdale until the last 2 years Raya came in.
Mm-hmm.
Liverpool didn't bring Alisson until the final part of their process. Then he came in. I just think we're just.
But if we can get that player now, for cheap as well,
I just think we're going to go down a similar process. I just think we're going to go down a similar process where if the goalie. Look, Dan, I bet you money on this, right? We can have a bet. If Kinski does not have a good season this year, I bet you he's gone. I bet you he's gone next summer. I bet you he won't be here.
I can agree with that. No, I still think he'd be here, but I think he'd go down to a number 2. And now as a number 2, I've got no problem with him there, yeah? But, again, if it's a position we can actually significantly improve on that gets us an extra 8 points, to me, that's common sense to go and do it.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, he has done nothing bar 5 quality games. Some say 7, but I don't think his first 2 out of 7 was special. But his last 5 games, he was good. And one thing I can't take away from the fella, he has shown strong mentality. But I'm sorry, that's not good enough for me.
You know the problem is, though, right? We're talking about changing the goalie, but we've just got rid of Spence, and now we're short at right back. The left back situation isn't particularly great if we get rid of Udogie as well. So we could be in a situation where you're saying go get that goalie, but we're going to be short a left back, short a right back. We've got no number 10s fit, and the whole front three need changing.
Well, that's why I said I've been saying for the last few days. I feel in a way we're weaker now than what we were a few weeks ago because we've created new problems in areas of the pitch where we didn't have problems.
If we get injuries, we're fucked.
Yeah. Right. Whereas if the sequencing was a bit different, i.e., we got a forward, we got a striker, right, and then we've done the same business, we will be delighted. But because of the way that we've bought and sold players in the order that we have, we're now at this point in time, right now, with what's happened, I feel we're weaker because you get rid of Spence, and all of a sudden you got lack of cover on the left and the right. And we know that Udogie is going to be injured constantly. And you can bet your bottom dollar that Porro's due an injury to be out for a few months.
Apparently, we're trying to sell Udogie, Maz. We're trying to sell him as well.
Well, then who's going to be the two left backs?
Porro was literally burnt out. Porro's burnt out, and he's played far too much football. Porro will be the next one to get injured. Even though he doesn't really regularly, but Porro's played that much football. He is due an injury, in my opinion. It's only my opinion.
Yeah, but he's good. We're going to 1 game a week now, though, so he's going to get a breather, isn't he?
Yeah, but he's played that much football. He's going to be like Declan Rice. Declan Rice was overplayed for months and months, wasn't he? And look at him, he's knackered now. Well,
like you think that game against Charlton, I can't see Porro starting that midweek after the first game of the season. Do you know what I mean?
No, but even so, Porro, I think Porro's walking a thin line. I don't think it'll be long before Parrow picks up a niggle, because you can't keep hammering. It's the way of football these days. They hammer him into the ground and then wonder why they get injured. You know, it's the way of the world with football. You know, the World Cup went on for what, a week or two longer than it did because there's 48 teams in it now. The next one, they're on about getting 64. Even more wonga for the FIFA and whoever bloody sponsors it and whatever else. You know, I mean, it's ridiculous. These players
They might as well get rid of the qualifiers if they're bringing that many teams in. You know
well, yeah. I mean, the next World Cup, if there's 64 teams in it, it'll go on for about 3 months.
Listen, getting back to the right back situation, it's a concern now, isn't it, that Porro's there as the only recognised right back, right wing back, whatever you want to put him in. But where do we go now? Like Stell says, we've got enough problems going on up front with the forwards, and now we're looking like we're going to need another right back. And again, like Stell says, if your dog is for sale and they want to get rid of him, I know we've got Robertson, Ben Davis, Van der Ven at a push. But we may need another left back as well. I don't know. Thoughts, gentlemen?
We need a lot. We're just going to. We're not going to get everything we want in this window. We're not.
No chance.
There's so much that needs to be done. Look, as it stands right now, I just want 2 goal scorers. That's all I want. I will accept if we just sign 2 goal scorers and the window shuts. I will accept that for phase 1. But if we do not sign goal scorers, I'm telling you guys, I'm going to lose it, because that was the biggest problem at this club for the last year. The single biggest problem was that front line. De Zerbi came in, same players, he shored up the back. We weren't leaking goals like we were with Frank and Tudor. He made the midfield more resilient. Not necessarily good, but resilient. But he couldn't fix the attack. He couldn't fix it. He was depending on Paulinho to save us. Let's have it right. So it is the biggest problem at this club. It's the first thing we should have fixed. I agree with Maz, the sequencing was wrong. If we do not get in 2 goal scorers, honestly, guys, we're gonna have emergency podcast streams by December.
I've already predicted the future, mate. I've already predicted it.
The emergency podcasts are back.
Oh my God! Can you imagine? It all goes tits up.
We've got a couple of them emergency streams, haven't we?
Yeah, we've done a couple. We've done a couple of them last season. Yeah. It is what it is, isn't it? It is what it is. Listen, just before we go, I just want to shout out everyone who's been on, because we're getting a lot of people come on, like Stell, Maz, Dan, Adam, Anthony, whoever you want to say. And I just really wanted to shout everyone out and say thanks to everyone for supporting the channel, because it means a lot to us. And to be quite honest with you, when we started, we never thought that people would interact with our channel like you all do. So that's not just for the people that come onto the streams directly, but to all the people that get involved in the chat as well. I just wanted to say that because, listen, I never thought we'd have nearly 200 people watching us on every morning, which is what it's becoming now. So and it's fantastic. And just wanted to say thanks to everyone. Yeah.
Also, thank you for the 3 subscribers.
There you go. Another 3 to add to the total. That's what it's all about. Chaps, we're going to wrap up now. We're going to send you all over to Mia. I believe she's still going. Again, Dan, thanks very much. Make sure everyone get over to the Hotspur Hood. Maz, thank you. Make sure to get over to Tottenham away and the Spurs corner.
Ole.
And Stell, get over to Stell at Tottenham away. Ole. Get over to Anthony. He was on earlier as well. Tottenham Therapy. Get over to him. Adam, thank you very much for coming on this morning. Always welcome, mate.
Yeah, appreciate you. Thank you.
Anytime, mate. Anytime. Big up to everyone who's been on this morning. Big up to everyone in the chat. We'll be back tomorrow morning, 9:30 for the breakfast brunch.
Have your best day.
Happy
And-
days.
And
And
come on,
come on,
you Spurs.
you Spurs.